I feel like he's getting a little bit, he's done working on the Smash games. I feel like.
And we're live. Hello, everyone. Epic Steve here. Welcome to tonight's podcast, episode 22. Taylor Swift song. Let's get on to these intros. Zuko.
Commander Suko here, and this is my favorite podcast on the internet.
Same.
DC.
If you play Mass Effect, you get that reference.
Yeah, I know. That's why I laughed. DC.
Yo, Superstar DC. Hey, what's up, everybody? Yeah, what's up? What's up?
I apologize for that, everyone. DC did not take his meds today.
What the fuck?
None of us did. Minos.
That's funny a lot.
Minos.
Hey everyone, this is Master Menos of Absolute Destiny, whatever. How are you doing this time?
We're good. We're good.
Yo, why is it every time I start the podcast, I get all these DMs? What? It's like people are timing it.
Yeah, I'm trying to slide in, man. I'm trying to slide in.
Who's trying to slide in now? Pause.
They're all trying to slide in, man.
They're like, yo, epic podcasting, it's time.
Yeah.
Like it's sliding time.
No, but don't take me seriously, guys. Like, I'm not mad you guys are DMing me. It's just funny.
Yeah. If you're gonna DM him stories, DM him before the podcast.
Yeah, you know.
If you're gonna
my
do
DM's
it,
open
do
to
it
public whenever. Like
if you're gonna DM, $1 DM. Get your hands on the Epic now. $1 a day.
Hold on. Did you say $1 an ep? Oh my god.
I said $1 a day makes the podcast better every day. If you want to slide in his DMs, you need to be $1. You gotta pay. We ain't talking about no prostitution or anything. We're talking about video games, man. Video games.
Well, talk about Xenoverse 2.
What about
it? That game was actually all right.
Those
like
freaking things. I saw how those people are dressed. That's prostitution.
Did you like it?
That's a prostitute game.
Yeah.
Do you like it?
I don't know. I didn't play it. I just saw the I just saw what the characters look like.
Oh, okay. I was just wondering were you feeling it, you know? Or...
I mean, yeah, like it looks like a fun game. It looks like it could be fun, but that remains to be seen. Because it may look fun to play as soon as you get your hands on it. It's crap.
Oh, quick thing to everyone, to the podcast. Oh, Houdini dropping a like. I'm busy at the moment. Have a great one. Thank you, Houdini. Every like counts. Every view counts. You're a great person.
So
personally.
Since you're a great person, Houdini, why don't you support us by giving us $5 for the podcast?
Hey man, stop asking for money.
You don't have a Patreon yet.
We know.
Listen, man, we're not e-bagging up in here.
Oh, I didn't say I was begging. I didn't say I was begging. I was trying to do it mafia style.
Nah, you good. But we want the sponsors though.
Yeah, decent. Yeah, Houdini can sponsor us.
I don't think Houdini's gonna sponsor us. I don't think he has the money to sponsor us. I mean, not saying he's broke.
That's basically saying he's broke if he doesn't.
Couch money? Come on, man. By the way, please help us sponsor this podcast so we can actually do cool and awesome stuff. People will actually get serious and do more stuff. Suko.
What do you mean me? I showed up.
You haven't uploaded no content. That's what I mean.
Neither has it. Okay, who else has uploaded some content?
DC.
I have been stagnant for a week. I've been stagnant for a couple of weeks because my job has been grounding me, but you gotta make a balance.
I did try to upload
something. And then Menos has Absolute Destiny whatever blog. I mean,
no, Epic. Yeah. You know I tried to upload something from Forza 3,
although I can't,
but you didn't get it.
Yes.
I don't know why you didn't get it.
Nintendo didn't copyright strike me. I'm good. I thought I've been grounded.
Not yet.
People are on YouTube are basically like, you know what? I'm tired of this copyright stuff. I'm gonna post this video anyway.
Oh, by the way,
Yeah.
if you didn't know, you can actually make
People just
videos
don't
on the
care about
website.
monetization.
Okay, we're gonna start with this topic before I forget it. So that's what we're gonna. Okay, guys, guys DM me? I will DM y'all back. I promise. I promise. Just right now, I'm on the podcast. If y'all out there in the audience, I promise I'll DM y'all back. I promise.
He promised everybody. He promised. He promised.
Yeah, DC hold me to it, but it's just I can't keep looking at all these at once. You know, it's like there's a lot.
Didn't someone take over Nicole's job or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to.
Yeah.
Can't someone else do it? Yeah.
Same here.
I can't. I can't do it with.
You can't. So.
I can do it right now.
Yeah,
I can do it right now.
I want to help, but I'm limited and broke.
Yeah, you don't have a laptop to do that.
So everybody, hello, welcome to the next podcast. I would take TV's thing, so rest in peace, but I'm not going to. So let's get this show on the road. Epic, start what you was gonna say.
Okay. Now I was gonna talk about rage, not actual rage, because that is stupid. But no, there's this like it's I'll just show y'all. Like let me here it is. Let me go back to. I have so many tabs open. Here it is. So, share screen. Okay. So, Rage, new generation. This is the page translated. I had to translate it because a lot of stuff was in Japanese at kanji and stuff. So it's English. Basically, it's doing something that has not been done before, and that's giving money to the Japanese and even Chinese players, because Japan and China, especially Japan, they have this like rule where it's like not winning money from winning these tournaments there because they consider it gambling. So this is helping them, get sponsored, get money for winning these tournaments. So that's really good. Right now it is exclusively in Asia, but it's looking to come to America. But yeah, right now it's exclusively in Asia, and it looks pretty cool. I'll be leaving a link to this in the description. It seems pretty cool. Thoughts? DC? Oh wait, Suko, you want to say something?
Oh, I was gonna ask, is there a trailer of any kind that we could see? Or
yeah, but I mean, how Google Hangouts is with videos.
I know. I was gonna say, like, look at it when the podcast is over.
Oh yeah, you can look in the description once the podcast is over, and the site has everything.
Just remember to translate it, unless you can read it.
Yeah, unless you can read kanji, you got to translate it. I mean, I can't do it all.
Unless you know katakana or hiragana. If you know hiragana, you'll be all right.
Yeah, I mean, if you know how to read it, as it is, and you don't.
If you know how to read it, or you have a friend that can read it,
that that's not gonna troll you.
Or you can just do what all Americans does and just take it to Google Translate, and then there you go.
Yeah, like I said, that's what I did.
but some Americans are weeaboos now.
Hey,
pretty much.
That's just to American. Yeah, I'm not even gonna lie to you. That's a possibility.
They are. Some of them are.
Weeaboos, otakus, same thing. Same diff.
Weeaboos are annoying.
But hey, I think this thing is great because we need more fighting games. We need more people to get into into the more of a circle out of that. Plus, if you think about it, if you're that serious about making money playing video games, well, here you go.
Yeah.
And you're not that good. Here you go.
Yeah, it's definitely something to look for if you're trying to get paid for playing these sports.
No wonder
they make it for fighting games.
No wonder more attractive people are playing video games now. They get paid for it.
Yeah,
no.
Get paid for it.
Well,
No, if you're a booby streamer, you know exactly why you're playing video games.
The shenanigans right here.
I'm playing video games because video games are fun, and a whole bunch of people watching me play video games. No, we know why you're playing video games. We know why. Wink, wink.
Yeah. So
Anyway,
so
Just for fun.
You think it's good? You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't die.
you right, Cisco? You ain't gonna die on this, right?
No, I don't know.
That's very unprofessional. You know, you wait till after the podcast.
I will smoke when I want, sir.
You don't smoke. I see your room. You don't
that's
smoke.
That's true.
I see your room.
I hope nobody caught my quote from 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I don't
Remember
smoke.
Smoking is wrong. We do not promote any drugs.
I don't smoke, but I will do the thing with I will vape. At point.
Congratulations.
We don't promote vaping. We don't
promote vaping either. We'll move on to the next topic.
Oh no! Wait, if we can, you see, if vape is willing to sponsor us, like we'll do it.
He does not speak for everybody.
He does not.
So I'm speaking for the money.
I mean, if they're sponsoring us, that's different. But they're not trying to sponsor us, though.
That's why I said if I'm not addicted. Being addicted is stupid.
Even if the people who vape sponsor me, I'm not doing it either. Sorry.
I'm still not vaping though. I just want to say thanks for the sponsor. But
pretty much.
I said I would do it. I didn't say I am doing it.
No, we were saying we wouldn't even start doing it even if they sponsored us. That's what we said.
Yeah.
That's a story for a different time.
Next topic.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So let's screen share this. Wait. Okay. I find the link. Okay.
I have Epic. Do you remember that website you told me about? What you could use to make your own games?
Yeah. Well, it's not a website, it's an engine.
I mean, yeah, engine. I thought we were going to talk about that.
I mean, the only thing that's relevant to this. But, I mean, we could talk about it. We could talk about it towards the end, I guess.
Yeah, I brought it up because I think it wouldn't be a bad idea.
Oh yeah, maybe they can sponsor us.
Yes, we're that desperate. Mm-hmm. We're that desperate, everybody.
Guys, you gotta
serious business now.
That sponsor is real. We get sponsored. Okay, but the World Health Organization officially classifies gaming disorder as a mental health condition.
Really?
Yeah. The dumbest sentence I ever said.
So you know what? So is sitting in front of your computer screen diagnosing this.
This is stupid. Dumbest sentence I've ever had to say out loud. Listen.
It's the second dumbest thing you have to say out loud. The dumbest thing you ever said out loud was, "Oh, Konami made a good game."
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that group has lost all of its marble share.
The third dumbest thing is Metal Gear Survive is Game of the War, is Game of the Year.
You never said that.
You even said those.
I thought we were naming stupid things that could be said.
Nah, man, that's going too far. Yeah, man. Listen, we can't be sitting here praising Konami now.
I'm not.
No, that's bad. This situation.
But seriously,
so they classify as a mental disorder, huh?
Yeah, it's stupid. Listen, gaming what? See, this is why people are laughing at America. What?
What the heck?
He's reading the article right now.
Like, the World Health Organization has finally included gaming disorder as a mental health condition 5 months after announcing the fact back in January 2018. Thanks. The WHO's reasoning is that classifying the disorder will help governments, families, and healthcare workers be vigilant and identify the risk easier. Doctor, I'm not can't even try to say that name. I'm sorry. Oh,
like sir or ma'am. My family is based on gaming.
yeah, the director
How
of the
dare
mental
you.
health and substance abuse department. Also, they're going all in. And the WHO said that they, the World Health Organization, they accepted the proposal based on scientific evidence. So they went scientific with it, DC, as well as the need and demand for treatment in many parts of the world.
Oh yeah, that's a good use for science. Yeah.
So you're telling me if somebody goes to the gym 20 hours a week, they got a mental disorder because they go to the gym, they work out way more than they play video games?
Yes.
Interesting. So what if I breathe every day?
Video games.
I guess they have one too, since they're coming up with all this crap.
Yeah.
Dude, just people like playing video games.
This is the dumbest thing I've heard. I mean, I'm sorry. The World Health Organization, what are you doing?
It doesn't speak for the whole world. They need to change their name.
Yeah, it's funny America, but they call it the World Health Organization. But
the United States is not the world.
No, it is not.
United States are. They're very prideful. We are very prideful for some odd reason. I am gonna call me we. I ain't lumping myself in with something that stupid now.
Unless they're all Dio. Unless you're Dio. Just saying the world over and over.
People gaming too much is not a disorder.
Yeah, they sound more like a world horse crap.
Listen. I will say it like this. I understand when you play a video game too much, and it's like, it's good enough to just stop playing for a minute and go outside, smell the flowers and stuff like that. And do other stuff. Like, if a person plays video games and they're not doing anything much with their life, or just playing, not getting a job or anything, then I can kind of agree. Because I'm going to just play devil's advocate, like be on both sides. Like, if somebody plays let's just say this, if somebody plays a game 40 hours a week, and they're not really doing much with their life, but just playing video games, not doing anything, then I can say it's like a disorder. They're pretty much knocking off everybody, not paying attention to everybody, just video games. But let's just say if somebody they're doing it as a hobby or a job, and they play video games because that's how they make their living, and they play a shit ton of it. But they also have things outside their life they do. They go to games and hang out with friends and stuff like that. Like, their life is more video games, but they play more than what they require a disorder. Then you can't say it's a disorder at this point. You got to say it's a job, it's a hobby, profession. That's what makes it so stupid, because in some cases it can, depending on the situation. And they obviously think that everybody who does this is addicted, but that's not the case.
Exactly.
Well said.
The government. I think the government's trying to control video games.
Dude, you're too right on that. Government trying to control everything.
Yeah, they're basically trying to control video games with horse crap once again.
Oh, we're gonna have to go underground.
Well, honestly, it's not about more control. They're just trying to, it's just trying to figure out why people play video games so much, because they don't understand that video games is just, it's mindless fun. You just play it without a mind. And sometimes
mind your business.
Yeah, I mean, video games have always just been that medium where it's it's entertainment, and they've already years back they diagnosed watching porn as a addiction. So now games. Next will probably be watching action movies. I don't know, but
eating fruit snacks. Eating fruit snacks is an addiction.
Mom, I think I have a mental disorder. What are you doing? I'm watching so much porn.
Yeah, that's.
Next thing we know, walking will be walking to
walking will be addiction.
Son, you have an addiction.
The government's gonna show up at your door we want to help you break your video game addiction. I'm not addicted. I work. I go to work. I go for hikes. I go outside.
Every night, I want to play a few games.
It's not getting in the way of anything important in their life, so they're not addicted.
You have a closet full of games, son, and
go ahead and away with that. It's getting in the way with that. else in your life,
like you
especially anything important.
Like you have a closet
Like
full of
bathing,
games,
for a good
and you're the
example.
government. I bet you have a closet full of secrets.
And last I checked, you know what, Nicole? Last I checked, school can be an addiction. You force it down my throat for 18 years, and then I'm gonna have to go back to school because I need a degree to get a job.
18 plus
Pretty
years.
much.
18 plus years if you go straight to college. 18 plus years.
Mm-hmm. And let's be honest, you don't need 18 plus years to pretty much figure out that they're teaching you the exact same shit over and over again. So, once you realize that in your next quarter, you're pretty much learning from the last quarter, and shit gets repetitive quick.
I feel like the people coming up with all this stuff have not played a video game in their life. They've just seen other people do it.
Yeah.
I mean, those are usually the ones who make these people who don't really know what they the stuff they're diagnosing is. They just they make diagnosis because it's their job and they just make it, and whether it makes sense or not doesn't really matter.
Exactly, it's their job. If they don't come with a diagnosis soon, they're not gonna get paid.
And that is I got a food disorder. I have to eat food 3 times a day so I can survive. But I eat it so much because I eat it only 3 times a day that I have a disorder every day.
I have a breathing disorder.
They're calling it now. They're gonna excessive breathing is a disorder now.
Exactly. I have an excessive walking disorder.
I have a no woman disorder. I can't get a woman. I can't get a lady, bro.
I have an excessive blinking disorder.
My disorder.
I have an excessive blinking disorder.
All right. Well, like, listen, everybody. We know that this is ridiculous. Like, people just can't understand you like what you like. But also be in mind that anything can be an addiction. Anything can be an addiction. You can be addicted to anything. Like,
look at my strange addictions.
Not really.
Yeah. Like, oh yeah, that reminds me of that thing you told me about Epic. A woman was addicted to eating bricks.
Yes.
What?
That was weird.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, that
she liked bricks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh?
That was another woman that was addicted to eating rocks.
She was addicted to eating mattresses.
I've heard of a woman that was addicted to eating rocks.
How? What? How sharp is your teeth? How?
That was a woman that was addicted to drinking her own bodily fluids.
We're not going there though. My Strange Addictions, y'all can check that out. I'm
not
hoarding. Exactly.
Watch the show. Hoarding her bodily fluids too.
Go watch the show.
You guys, we're PG. We're PG.
We're PG. We're trying to be sponsored. Speaking, there's something I wanted to show. This is not sponsored. This is just something I'm showing because hey, why not? But they want to
wait. Is it Nintendo related?
Not at all.
Okay.
Gotcha.
By the way, Origin, please sponsor us. We need a piece. We need a tower. At least one of us have a tower so we can actually do actual gameplay videos. Origin, please sponsor us.
So check out Appetite. This is very interesting.
I'll be very disturbed if my girlfriend.
It was advertised on YouTube. I checked it out. It's pretty interesting. I'm not gonna lie, yo.
I would be very freaked out if my girlfriend did that to me. Like, hey, babe, what you doing?
Yeah, same.
It's interesting though.
What am I looking at?
Yeah, Appetite. Lero, sponsor us because I'm seeing you're talking good about your stuff.
Is she
really cool?
Is she hungry for men? Is she hungry for comfort? What's up?
The guy has no head. I mean, no, the guy's only head.
I'm assuming that
she literally eating a head.
Oh yeah, it is.
No, she sucks blood, but that's neither here nor there.
See, they always have to come up with other names for vampires. Like, this is a vampire game. No, this is Appetite.
I thought they was going.
Yeah, I mean, it's very interesting. I will probably link that in the description. in case someone wants to check it out, it's pretty cool.
Is
I enjoy
a
it.
trailer disturbing? Is a trailer disturbing or
I
something?
mean, it's a pretty disturbing thing itself, but that's.
I thought she was going full Tokyo Ghoul on me for a second. I was about to say what?
Is I like disturbing. So that's me.
Yeah, same.
What was the name of that game coming out for Xbox One? It was Cold
Vein.
Yeah.
Bro, that game is gonna be amazing. That's Dark Souls me anime, bro.
Yes.
The game is gonna be amazing.
That's why I want to work at GameStop.
Nope, you do not want to work at GameStop. I can just tell you this now.
I wish, man. You know,
I mean,
I've
heard some things like
bad
GameStop.
stuff
I'm not
about
saying it's the
GameStop.
best, but
working at GameStop.
I'm not saying it's the best, but yeah.
All right, bro. Good luck with that. I'm not working at GameStop.
I'd rather work at EB Games. I think EB Games is different.
They don't exist anymore, by the way.
They exist in. I think they said they exist in Canada.
They don't really exist because remember, EB Games got bought up by GameStop.
I know that, but cause I think I heard something like
a few of them did keep the name EB Games, but none of them are here in the United States. I don't think so.
Yeah, they're not in the. They're not in the United States, but I think they exist like in Canada or Australia or something like that.
What was I typing? Oh yeah, that's right. Okay. None of that. So, who heard about the Fortnite news?
I'm good.
Everyone who watches YouTube, because there's been a bunch of trailers on there.
No, I'm talking about Fortnite Nintendo.
Oh.
He's talking about the Sony thing where Nintendo and Microsoft have teamed up against Sony because Sony don't want to play nice. Sony wants to lock your account, even though that's not theirs to lock, and then pretty much is holding a lot of people's accounts hostage for Fortnite because they can't play Nintendo Switch because Sony's trying to keep them on their.
What the heck?
So screw you, Sony. I don't even play Fortnite.
Yeah,
screw you on that one.
That's a really bad move on you, Sony.
Hold on. So it sounded like they're locking everyone's accounts, even the ones Fortnite.
Even if you primarily play Fortnite on PC, if at any point you logged in on your PS4, you cannot play Fortnite on the Switch or the Xbox One. But the big thing is Switch. Switch is the new hotness out. Is like a lot of people like, hey, let me take some of the stuff I got here, move it over. What you can do with Xbox One to Switch, you can move your stuff from there, from PC to Switch, from Android to Switch, from Mac to Switch. All of them, you can move your stuff from there onto your Switch.
I'm sorry. So all that was optional.
But you can't move anything in or out of the PS4 version, correct?
Not at all. Not in the slightest.
And moving all that was optional, right?
Y'all want to know what's funny? Like all this happened to all this happened to Xbox. Like as soon as the Xbox and PlayStation and PC version came out, all of this happened to the PlayStation and Xbox version. If you log into PlayStation, you can't log in on Xbox. This was never an issue until Switch came out.
Yeah.
This kind of pretty much alerts you that nobody gives a fuck about the Xbox.
Yeah, I mean it is interesting because Sony's been doing this for a while. I mean, since Fortnite came out, you couldn't move your Fortnite stuff to Xbox One. You still can't. It's just, I think it's because since it came out at the same time, a lot of people either got it for the 1 or the 4. And what ended up happening was they never overlapped. I guess not people overlapped for it to be a problem. But the Switch version came out so much later than other versions that when people say, hey, PS4 and I have a Switch, or I have Xbox, not Xbox One because you could move that. I have PS4 and I also have a Switch now. Let me play. I can't move anything to the Switch.
I wonder why.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Anyways, pretty much Nintendo and Microsoft. The whole point of all this is it's not about them just locking it. the fact that on crossplay, because I do feel like that some multi-plat games need to have crossplay, and their first-party games need to be exclusive. I will highly hope that consoles would do that one day. Like all multi-plats will be crossplay. You can play it anywhere you want, but we're gonna have like a shit ton of first-party that's just gonna be an exclusive to our system. That would have been fine, but it's just now that we can see the fact that PlayStation doesn't want to play nice. And it's not really much their fault. It's just their choice. But holding a account hostage, now that's a
especially a third-party account. It doesn't belong to Sony.
It don't even belong to you. You have no business of doing that. And then also, they don't even want to play nice in Minecraft. The game that is so old. It literally, like, the game is old. It's years old. They just keep bringing that out for some odd reason. I don't know why.
It keeps selling.
They honestly should let that game die.
I mean, keep selling, so they're gonna milk it for all it's worth. Trust me.
That game, I swear to, like, I know Grand Theft Auto 5 is the greatest selling game of all time. But I swear to you, if like Minecraft was gotta be like second or something, you gotta be up there. That motherfucker sells. But you know, that's just me. Shuko, you got anything to say about this?
I heard something about. To be honest, I heard something about Minecraft.
So, did you not pay attention to any of the topic, friend?
I was, and then he started, and then I think DC started talking. I could barely hear.
Oh, I pretty much said this in a nutshell.
We played it.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
I can.
All right, Minecraft. Nintendo and Microsoft and PC wants to play together. Sony doesn't. That's Sony's problem. That's why everybody's mad at. There, that's straight to the point.
No one wants to play with each other. No one wants to work with each other. They need to whatever differences they have, they need to drop it.
I mean,
I don't have all my words together. I apologize. I don't have them.
It's all good. But the thing that surprised me about this is if Sony was to do crossplay, they wouldn't be losing any money. And the reason I say that is because everyone who wanted to buy stuff off of Fortnite, they already bought the stuff on PS4 store. So if they moved everything to the Switch, they wouldn't be buying anything off the Switch store because they already have it from the PS4 store. So it's like Sony would have lost no money out of it. So it just doesn't make any sense. They wouldn't want to do. But first of all,
either
count.
I'm sorry. I was going to say it was either a matter of pride or they just don't want to make like would it prohibit Sony from making any more money than they already are? Would it prohibit them?
I'd say no, but the reason why I think they're doing this, sorry to cut you off, DC, is because they want to make it so that if you want to play Fortnite with your friends, if I want to play this game with DC, I cannot just say, oh, let me play on my Switch and play with DC who's on the PS4. I have to get the PS4 or at least have it on PC or Android, but ain't no one gonna be trying to play Android versus PS4. No. But I'd have to pretty much play on PS4 to play with DC as far as consoles go, because I cannot get Xbox One or Switch. They're like, okay, if you want to play Fortnite with your friends, on console, you have to have that same console. And I think that's the only reason I think they're doing that.
And it's also the fact that wasting money and stuff like that. Like they pretty much won this generation. Like you won't be losing any money. Matter of fact, there will probably be a lot more bigger. Like you might have to actually gain more money than you actually do. When that whole Fortnite stock shares dropped 2%. So yeah, it sucks. And I wouldn't honestly say that I'm too much mad at Sony because they tried to do this one year. Yeah, when Microsoft was in the lead, Sony was trying to do it with Microsoft, and Microsoft said no. So I can actually see them, they just being stubborn because payback and stuff like that. But
why say no to progress?
But I mean, it's really interesting that Sony is locking that with Nintendo because you feel like because Sony and Nintendo are pretty close as far as companies go. I mean, there's actually a game made by Sony themselves on the Switch. It's not made by like Sony Interactive, but I mean, it's a game made by Sony and it's on the Switch. I have to look it up what the name of that game was. You remember what I'm talking about, right, DC?
Shoot.
I cannot remember the name of it.
I can't remember.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry I cannot remember the name. But yeah, I mean, so Sony released something onto the Switch. I
don't think it came out yet, though. They said it was making a game for the Switch. I don't think they came out with it.
I think it's that. Let me check. I can Google it because, like I said, it's unprofessional. But I'm sorry, I just could not remember the name.
Not the fact that it's unprofessional. You just forgot.
Yeah,
it happens.
But yeah, them and Nintendo, they've had a pretty good relationship, even after Nintendo screwed them over back,
and
way back in the day.
And it's not just that; it's also because they're a Japanese company. You would honestly think that two Japanese, like a Western company, I understand, but they're like two Japanese. You got two whole Japanese division. You would honestly think they'll play nice by now. At least plays a little bit nicer than Microsoft. Like, I thought they would have did like this. Nintendo can play on both Microsoft and PlayStation, but PlayStation and Microsoft don't want to play each other. I can see that, but I never really thought that they would actually leave. Like, nobody's playing with anybody. Go F yourselves. Stay on PlayStation. PlayStation for life. PlayStation forever. Peace out.
Okay. Yeah, the game is out. It's called Tiny Metal. I could not think of the name. Tiny Metal. So yeah, Sony Creative Studio, something like that. Sony Music Entertainment launched that game onto the Switch. So I mean,
so it's like a rhythm game.
I mean, it seems to be RTS, but it has music in it. So it's sort of like Advance Wars, but with more music. From what I heard, it's a good game. I haven't played it. I mean, I wasn't that big at Advance Wars, so that's just me. I like Fire Emblem, and that plays similar. So,
by the way, like I said when we did the E3 discussion, Fire Emblem got totally stomped out when they announced Smash Bros. Like nobody cared, and I was so mad because the graphics on Fire Emblem actually looks way better than I thought it. Like it actually looks way better than I thought. Like it looks like you're actually going to war. And I actually give them praise for that. It actually looks interesting. But when everybody else looked at it, it was just like, it's a Fire Emblem game. It's all right. Ooh, Smash. Come on, man. Don't treat Fire Emblem like that.
People are always trying to downplay Nintendo's big heavy hitters. This game looks garbage. I'm like, no, it doesn't. It's like, well, it looks kiddie. No, it doesn't. You're just saying that you really don't want this game to do well because this is not your platform of choice.
Are you getting paid to say this? Is Sony supporting you for saying this?
I mean, it's just funny. It's like people always try to downplay something. It's like, the new God looks garbage. No, it doesn't.
That's how I used to feel because I was mainly Nintendo when I was younger, and then I got 360. Like,
yeah, same here, except for the PlayStation.
I never been a what you call a fanboy. I mean, I'm a fanboy since that I really like Sega, I really like Nintendo. But I mean, if something's bad, it's bad. If something's good, it's good. I mean, I've never. Yeah. Somebody's paying me to sit here and my French dick ride them. I mean, I'm just not going to.
I mean, I was a fanboy because GameCube was my first console ever. So.
Well, Epic is trying
that was. I mean, 64 was.
Well, Epic is trying to say is this. If you haven't,
let DC talk, everyone.
Sorry.
What Epic's trying to say is this. If you haven't played a game, it is not terrible until you play it. You don't know if it's terrible or not unless you play it. Don't just say it's terrible already and you haven't played it yet. You're just pretty much being an idiot at that point.
Go play it or go watch a walkthrough on YouTube.
Yeah.
No, just play it. Don't even watch it walkthrough. Just go.
We all sound like robots right now. I do not know why. Let's all mute ourselves and then unmute ourselves. Okay.
Gotcha.
Hello, everybody. I am a robot. Cannot compute. No Konami games.
I'm sorry.
Konami.
I'm sorry, Epic. I'm afraid I can't let you do that.
Does not compute.
Now let me check our sound quality real quick.
I'm sorry, Epic. I can't let you.
See, this is why we're looking to move off of this particular.
Call residents say that 25%.
I get the power rating time with capacity. I put your ass in this.
I'm just taking control of your computer.
Voice operationality at 75%.
Oh, okay, that's definitely robot sounding. Oh no, I'm not screwing with this.
100%.
I'm black.
Running at 20%.
I'm gonna hurt you.
Hold on a second. Okay, we're back. Okay, that is stupid. Like I said, we're looking to switch off of Google Hangouts. Trust me, people.
Yeah, same.
I finally get
They're making everyone sound crappy.
I finally get the epic rap battle reference when they say I beat you pretty much easy hello plus C++ saying hello world. I finally get that reference. Finally got that in epic rap battle.
Yo, man, you went back to robot. Mute and unmute.
No, he can stay that way. He can be robot.
Oh, the problem about it is it gets really jarring to hear for your viewer.
Do I sound better?
Robo DC.
Yeah, you do.
Do I sound better?
Yeah, you sound better. Okay.
Robo
yes,
DC.
You do.
Robo DC.
Nope, someone's malfunctioning.
Malfunction.
So Paladins is out on the Switch.
Nobody cares.
And it's running at 60 and it looks good. I do have a studio that ported it, so I have to look them up. Because I do not know everything. Do not pretend to.
It's at 720p, everybody. The resolution is at 720p, I think, and it can scale up to 10. Wait, can it be scaled up? Before I get my source around, let me look this up because I heard it was 720p and it can be scaled up to 1080.
Yeah, I think it's upscaled. Let me see. Euro. Why is no one saying anything resolution? Okay, yeah, it's okay, so. Okay, so it runs at 720p upscaled to 900p and docked, then in handheld straight 720p.
Oh, that's good.
Over it.
That ain't bad.
That's great.
Who's the studio over it? It does not say their name. I really want to know. I really want to know the studio who ported this. Was it just
that was the case, and it got running at 60? Yeah, that was a very good port. Who did this?
Yeah, who did? It just says high res. Did high res themselves do it?
Oh man, I gotta get a job with high res, man. I need to go up to their studios. We're not too far.
I mean, I gotta give y'all props on that, y'all. I mean, it's running at pretty good resolution in 60 frames. I mean, that's that's good. That's really good.
Give credit to where credit is due.
Yeah, I mean, I have to. I mean, good job. I mean, I did not think it'd be at that high resolution, but that's really cool to see. But yeah, it's visually appealing and it's not like native 1080p like PS4 and Xbox One version, but it's upscaled 900p and looks pretty good, and it's 60. Frame rate really does matter. So that is a good port. Oh yeah, and it just says high res. It doesn't. So I'm just gonna if I'm wrong, guys, y'all can see the link in the description. Viewers, it just says high res. It doesn't say any company with them. So as far as I know, high res were the ones who ported it themselves. Good job.
Good job, man. Good job. Props on you.
Congratulations,
man.
Everyone, give him a round of beer.
Oh no!
Insert clap here.
That sounded so.
We're still sitting on 4 views.
Did you say? What did you? Oh my god!
We're sitting on 4 views as of now.
I said insert clap here. Malfunction. Insert clap. Right.
I mean,
that sounds so wrong. What you're saying?
Insert clap.
Exactly.
It's only negative if you make it negative.
But we're trying to avoid that.
It's only negative if you make it sound negative. Remember those words. Remember.
Keep saying inserted, and they're coming out of your mouth. I'm not doing nothing.
Yo, listen, pause on everything you're saying, Suko. We'll move on to the next topic. Well, actually, first we're just gonna talk about this real quick.
Thank you.
I'm gonna leave this is, like I said, Hi-Rez or whatever studio is with you. I mean, I think that you guys should be porting the Bethesda games from now on and not that other studio. I'm not gonna say their name again because when I say their name, some people get mad.
What studio you're talking about?
But whatever. You know what? It is what it is. I don't think certain companies are good at porting. I think certain companies are better than others. I mean, so whatever company that can make good ports, I believe should be porting games. That's just me. If you can do the job, you can do it. If you can't, you can't. I've been raised up to not sugarcoat stuff. So hey, that's me.
Don't sugarcoat it. Give it to me straight.
Exactly. And I think you're a terrible company. I mean,
anyway.
Do you think it's a terrible company?
I'm not gonna say their name, but I've said their name multiple times in the podcast. I don't think they're a good porting company. They've been porting games to Switch. I don't think a certain company is a good porting company. I don't think they should be porting games anymore. But
hang on. Did this certain company port Rocket League?
Yep.
And it has a red and a button that they need to press and eject themselves out of this competition. Yeah, I know.
Now they're panicking, but with that's just me. Like I said, I said some people tend to get mad because they said, "Oh, you don't know what they're doing. You don't know all the stuff they have to go through." So I'm like, okay, you got it, whatever. But I just don't think they're a good company. So I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and act like I do think they're a good company.
It's better to tell the truth sometimes than just
Yeah, sometimes you tell the truth. Just take your loss. That's why I do.
Yeah, it's better off doing that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna, like I said, I just don't sugarcoat stuff. I mean, people know I dislike them. As some people like, why you just dislike these people personally? I'm like, I don't know any of you guys personally. I have no reason to dislike them. I mean, they're probably nice people, but I mean, they're not a good porting company. That's neither here nor there, though. Okay, now Valkria Chronicles 4 has a release date. This news came to me out of nowhere because I kind of thought it already had a release date, but I guess it didn't. And not release date itself, I mean release date on Switch. Like, because it already released on the PS4 in Japan, I think on March. So it has release date in America now. So and that release date will be September 18th.
What's September 18th?
Valkria Chronicles 4 coming to the States.
Coming to the States, everybody. Valkria Chronicles. I have not played a Valkyria game. I have not.
Kiri.
I played number 2 and 3. 3 was god awful garbage.
Damn.
But 2 was great. 2 was great. But
so it pulled a massive. It pulled a Mass Effect where Mass Effect 2 was great and Mass Effect 3 was crap.
I mean,
Mass Effect 3 was actually pretty good. Everybody just didn't like that ending. That's all.
No, Mass Effect 3 is the one with the ending, with the bad ending, the terrible.
I know.
Yeah, you said Mass Effect 2.
You said Mass Effect 2 was god.
2 was a good game. He said 3.
I said 2 was a good game. 3 wasn't. Well, 3 was bad before the DLC.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. That 3 wasn't a bad game. Everybody just didn't like that ending. That was it.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay, yeah. That's what I was.
Because Mass Effect 3 the thing about Mass Effect 3 is it was a good game up to that. Valkyria Chronicles 3 itself was just bad. I mean, it was just bad.
Oh, okay. I see what
it was saying. Just bad. It was not good. Number 2 great though, which is why I got number 3 because I played number 2 off my friend, and number 3 I was like, oh, you know, let me pick this up because I really like playing 2, and I was like, yo, this is not like number 2 at all, but they're promising form for number 4. So from what I've seen, it looks good.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Is it RPG centric or is it an action game? Or
it's RPG centric. Yeah, so.
All right. So yeah, we should have. If you like it, you should have fun with it.
Yeah, I mean, it like I said, as they're saying, taking more of number 1 and 2's book. I still have yet to play number 1. Still need to play that, but like I said, I like number 2, and they say number 2 just improved on what number 1 already started. And number 3, they just decided to do something completely new, and it just didn't work. So, that's all I can say about that.
He said, "Get good, scrub." So they did. They got good.
Yeah, DC.
I don't know why I just got kicked out and I just got back in, and I have no idea what much of it is. But Valkyria Chronicles. If you like it, there it is. Have it. Enjoy it. Enjoy it.
If you played number 3 like I did, and that was your first one, I'm so sorry, but do not let that speak for the franchise. It does not. It does not speak for.
I played a couple minutes of the third one. I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna just go.
Yeah, it was not, number 3 was not good. I think it's universal. Like, people who were huge fans of Valkyria Chronicles did not like number 3.
Oh yeah, and wasn't Valkyria Chronicles 2 was like, it was making it a big deal, and that was coming to Xbox, and that's where, like, it was at the E3 last year, and it was supposed to how they was gonna get the Valkyria Chronicles game. Wasn't that the third one?
Yeah. That was the third one. Third one came up. Third one did come to the Xbox, because I don't think number 2 was an Xbox, but number 3 was, and number 4 is coming to Xbox in America. It's not going to be on Xbox in Japan,
which is weird. You would think.
Yeah, that is weird.
You would think that they'd be like, oh, everybody's getting it. But it's probably because how the low install base of Xbox in Japan is. I'm like, y'all could get a bigger install base if you would have opened up a Microsoft of Japan. I'm just saying.
I mean, really, they could. I mean, but I mean, it's the same thing with Kingdom Hearts 3. It's not coming out in Japan for Xbox One, just everywhere else.
Which is also weird because now they're gonna have to import it, and it's gonna be even more expensive.
Yeah, it's weird. You have to import the game from your country out of your country.
Would companies please stop doing that? Even if it has even if you're selling the game at a loss for that reason, just sell it. Just put it out. It won't hurt. It's like the whole Mother Earthbound thing all over again. Like, we got Earthbound, but we're never gonna get any of the other Mother games. But it was made here, but it wasn't made here, so we're not going to get any. Pretty much, the main game was made somewhere else, but the other Mother series was made here, but we're not getting any of them besides one. Besides one. It's confusing already.
Yeah, it's really weird. It's like, so if you have an Xbox One Japan, you're not gonna be able to buy certain Japanese titles in Japan. You have to import them. It's really weird. I don't understand why some companies do this. I mean, I understand you'd be selling a loss there, but I mean, it wouldn't be too much a loss because it's not like you're gonna be distributing it really far, because that's just Japan. You could even just put it in a few Japanese stores, put it in a store in Kyoto, Tokyo, like Hiroshima, like Nagasaki, something like that. You just put it in those stores in those places. So at very most people just have to leave their town to get it somewhere in another town. But I mean, it just doesn't.
Like you said. I'm sorry. Go ahead and finish.
Oh, that's what I was saying. What do you want to say, Suko?
No, go ahead and finish.
Now, when he's saying, Zuko, what he's saying is, you have a Square Enix store in Japan. So you're telling me that I can, instead of going to an actual retailer, I will have to either go to your store, go up to Square Enix, actually buy a copy from you personally, or I have to import it for more money, which
That's
like
stupid.
could have just sent it out to the retailers because the whole Square Enix company is in Japan. That whole division is in Japan. I don't know where, I forgot, but the Square Enix of Japan, it's in Japan.
Yeah, it's
I need to look up. Is there a Square Enix of New York of America or something, or is it just
there
Japan only?
probably is. They're a big company, so I'd imagine they have a base somewhere here in America. Don't
By the way, one day I want to work for Square Enix just to see how it is. I hear it's a living hell, but I want to give it a shot.
listen, man. Nomura just needs to release games. He's a genius, but God, he don't release games. But
all right, you guys, we're going to be working on the new Kingdom Hearts 4. When we're going to release it, we're just working on it. I'll let you know. I want y'all leaking shit. I'll let y'all know.
Like, who talked about releasing?
The EA is over here one corner is like, how about we just release the game while we're working on the game? So then they'll get to play it, but we don't have to finish it. Sir, that is genius.
Yeah, exactly. They're polar opposites.
Exactly polar opposites. And Nintendo's over here like, just make a game and release it. Okay. Don't even get me started on Microsoft. Hey, bro, we're gonna make a game. Shut up, bro. If it's not Halo, Gears, or Forza, we're not making shit.
Canceled.
Right.
The Fable is looking nice. Canceled.
Suko, do you watch this dude called Maximilian Dude on Twitch?
Wait, sorry, I could barely understand you. Sorry, like what I could do. You asked, did I watch some dude on Twitch?
Do you watch Maximilian Dude on Twitch? I swear I might need to switch my headphones if you can't hear me anywhere else.
I don't. I'm sorry if I upset a lot of people out there, but I don't really watch Twitch. Like, it's not that I'm not interested. I just haven't.
No, you're good. If you don't watch Twitch, you're just not a Twitch. You're not just a Twitch.
Yeah, I mean, you're not a Twitch person. I mean, I didn't watch Twitch for a while until honestly, Twitch was when DC got into Twitch. Then I didn't like it when when Zero got into really Twitch streaming. Then I got to Twitch a little more. I mean, just
like maybe if I was younger, I'd be watching Twitch, but I'm not into like really watching walkthroughs and all that. I'd rather play the game myself than watch someone else play.
Actually, it's not about watching somebody else play the video game. It's just the fact that they're just playing video games, having their personal. It's like cable, but without having cable. Because I don't have cable anymore.
Yeah, you get to interact with them. You get to say stuff in chat. They'll look at it. They're like, oh yeah, blah blah blah. I mean, it's just that kind of,
okay. I think I see. I think I see what you're getting at.
Yeah, but you're not just walking a pre-recorded walkthrough. Like they're playing games, and they're just enjoying it. You're interacting in chat. That's what Twitch is.
Yeah, it's all for fun in the end.
Yeah,
Okay, so but it's not also, like. Oh, I'm sorry. You were saying.
And I was to say you can also start streaming video games to Twitch on your own PlayStation. By the way, hashtag SuprastarDC Plus or pretty much SuprastarDC on Twitch.
Well, at least someone used my idea for plugging on the podcast. Someone used my idea.
SuprastarDC, plug-in. Just need to plug in, and plug in. But anyways, Max is a savage. Max was like, look at all these Microsoft games that's going to be canceled within the next year. I was like, dang.
You just gave me an idea. If anyone watching this right now remembers plug and play games, give us a like.
If you don't, give us a like anyway.
Exactly.
If you don't, give us a like anyway. We could use more publicity. We need more people watching.
Tell your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister, your cousin, your aunt, your uncle.
We all know that.
Yep. See, I was on a roll until I started running out of.
Tell everyone as long as they're not completely nuts.
Tell everybody. Your mom, your dad, your sister, your brother, your auntie, your dog, your dog's dog, your dog's kid's dog, your auntie, your cousin's parakeets. Tell everybody. Yeah.
You just had to outdo me. You just had to.
Sorry, I had it, and I think Anyway,
after this topic, I'm gonna go to another topic that a YouTuber I watch, Player Essence, gets very passionate about. I understand why, but first we're gonna talk about this topic.
Oh, is it Sniper Wolf?
No. Why would I be talking about Sniper Wolf? I mean, she's a YouTuber. She's a great YouTuber. I mean, she has nothing to do with any of these topics.
He plays game. Well, you said
she's hot.
I honestly thought you were talking about her because you said YouTuber. So
no, I said a YouTuber. I said YouTuber. I watched Player Essence.
I thought it was a Twitch gal.
Okay.
No, we're not talking about Sniper Wolf.
Understood.
Make her. Well, don't make her guest on this podcast.
If she could be a guest on this podcast, that'd be amazing. But
we need the views.
More views.
That's a story for a different time. That'd be our most viewed podcast, man.
We'll talk about this after the podcast is over.
Yeah,
unless you want. I mean, if you want us to talk about this now, go ahead.
Yeah.
Put it in the comments.
No, we talk about this after the podcast.
We're gonna be doing over here. We're gonna be like, we like your Twitch channel and your Instagram.
I can see it now. Like, hey, I can see now. Hey Wolfpack, I'm here with Epic and SuprASTARDC.
Epic's gonna be like, Supra, ain't you taking? I'll be like, bro, be cool.
Exactly. I'm gonna be like, Epic, do you have a question for Sniper Wolf? All I'm gonna be hearing from here is like Epic.
Yeah.
Say something.
But that's a story for a different time. But
Sniper Wolf, please be a guest on our podcast. We'll love.
We've had a few guests. We've had a few guests.
Yeah, we had a few guests, but I mean that'd be a pretty cool guest to have on if I could ever get a hold of that person, which I could never do. But yeah,
I'm pretty sure you can find her on Instagram or something.
I want to know how you work. I want to know how you work your magic to get some of our guests on. I want to know.
Don't reveal your secrets.
You don't reveal my secrets, but I mean, like I said, it's just about networking. You gotta know how to network. You know someone that knows someone that can, get you to talk with this person. You're able to.
I know Benjamins. I know like up to 10 Benjamins.
I mean, Benjamin is a good person to know. But
yeah.
Are we talking about a Benjamin or are we talking about $100 bill?
We're talking about $100 bill.
Yeah.
Bro, that was a joke, bro. You ruined it, bro.
Yeah, you kind of ruined it. I
was trying to join in on. I was trying to join in on the joke, and then I tried to add to it.
Speaking of Ben, what happened to Ben?
Yo, man, I don't know, man. He getting docked. That's what happened. But
exactly, like he said he was. Did he say he was out?
Yeah, he's out. He said he'll get on when he gets back. But I know he's gonna get.
Yeah. Yeah, Epic already told him I was taking his money. So
yeah. So but yeah, Dragon Ball FighterZ has an official release date on the Switch, September 28th.
30 frames per second.
Actually, Bandai Namco tweet they're looking for 60. So.
They're looking for 60. I heard 30, but you're selling 60.
Yeah, Bandai Namco tweeted they're looking for 60. I don't know if they're gonna reach it, but that's what they're looking for. So, yeah.
Robot Epic.
Robot Epic.
Inception.
Anyway, 60 frames per second for Dragon Ball
Inception
FighterZ for the Switch. Well, that's amazing. You know what that means? Because Switch is already mobile, and you can also dock it. So it's like, what?
Menos, you there?
Yes.
Menos.
Yes, I am.
I have not been hearing him talk. That's why I was worried. Like,
he's been talking the entire time.
I didn't.
Yeah.
Okay, I think
I've been talking along with you the entire time.
He just needs a new mic.
The phone
and a new internet.
I've mostly been hearing DC.
No, it's more of a mic problem than an internet problem. Fine.
Yeah, we just need to start Patreon and get a new mic. But
yeah,
we'll do that.
Needs to send you a Blue Yeti in the mail.
How much is the mic you're looking at?
A Blue Yeti costs like $100. Or
nope.
I mean, it's a good mic.
Yeah, it's a good mic.
For $100, it better be.
Or you can send them your mic.
Yeah.
I don't have a mic.
Yeah, I've heard.
Okay, but enough talk with the mics. Let's get back to the topic of Dragon Ball FighterZ. Dragon Ball FighterZ will be coming to the Switch to turn 28th, which will be 3 days after Valkria Chronicles 4 comes out, because that's coming out 25th of September, I believe. So yeah, I mean, it's really cool. And you actually, with the Switch version, you're gonna receive a NES styled NES era DBZ fighting game, that being Super Butoden for Super Famicom.
Ooh. That sounds like a freaking.
Oh, nice.
That sounds like something dirty.
Actually, no, that's what they call the old Dragon Balls again. Man.
Super Butoden.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Butoden.
Oh,
sounds like a very
Super Butoden.
Actually, no, it means tournament. It actually is.
Yeah. It means tournament. So super tournament.
What's so super about it?
It was released on a Super Famicom. It was never brought to America, so this would be the first time it being released in English, and you not having to find a patch through emulator. This is actually, all English. They're putting in. You get that free with Dragon Ball FighterZ. So that's really cool. I mean, whether you play it or not.
That's if you decide to pre-order.
That is if you pre-order. That's
Holy
if you.
Crap.
So yeah, you're not. Bandai Namco still Bandai Namco,
which is also pretty good.
All right, y'all cutting in and out, so I'm just gonna fill in the blanks here. This is an amazing thing because pretty much if it runs at a 60 at a normal fighting games, if fighting games can run on Switch, you could already take it on the go. It could be a big game changer. Like the Switch is already making money. Now it's just gonna be like a cash making machine for fighting games.
I hope this runs very smoothly. Then it's only going to open the door to way more fighting games. Especially
I've heard rumors that. Go ahead. I've heard rumors that the same team that made Pokken Tournament is working on this. I'm not sure if that's true, but if it is, then they already know the Switch hardware because Pokken Tournament DX is on the Switch and it runs really well. Whether you like the game or not, it runs well.
Sweet.
I love that game.
No, some people hate that game, so I mean, that's it. Whether people like or hate the game, it runs smooth. So I mean,
yeah, it does run smooth.
Yeah.
But I'm just curious about the DLC. Like, how will the DLC work? Are they getting is this going to be the Extreme Edition, or is this going to be?
Well, our DLC released thus far will be on there. Except for Goku and Vegeta, because that's early access, something like that, you can pre-order to get them. But all the other DLC thus far, like Bardock and stuff, will already be on there.
Oh, so like the DLC that just released is going to be on there?
The DLC that just released would not be on there. That's the early access one.
Oh, the early access will be on there, but the DLC that just released is not going to be on there.
Yeah, so.
That sucks.
Everything else will be on there. Sort of like the Xenoverse 2 kind of thing.
We already got Bardock, Broly, Vegito Blue, and Fuse Zamasu right now.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, that's 4 characters, and we still got like four more characters because they promised us 8 characters.
Yeah, so I mean, it seems like a good deal. Like if you're looking to double dip for this game, or if you only have a Switch, or you didn't buy it for your PS4 or Xbox One yet, and you want to buy it for your Switch, go ahead. I mean, they're looking for 60, so if they can hit it, that's amazing. It will not be 1080p. I'm almost certain of that. So I mean, just
actually, I heard it. I heard 720p undocked and 1080 docked.
Oh, I mean, if it is, that's cool. I mean, I'm not sure, so I don't want to say just in case if it's not. So I look stupid. Yeah.
No. That's my job. Let me look stupid.
That's why I just
understood.
Like people need to understand everything I say on the podcast. Like as far as viewers, everything is what I'm reading from verified sources. So I mean, if they were wrong, if I'm wrong, they were wrong. I mean, I just
yeah. He's not trying to be caught slipping already.
Yeah,
it should be able to run smoothly for both ways, both docked and undocked, as a lot of games have so far.
Yeah, I mean, only game I've seen on Switch that ran well docked but not undocked was that Dragon, like it was like Dragon Quest Fighters or something like that.
Oh, understood.
Though it was a fighter style game. In undocked, it ran like garbage.
hang on. One at a time. Epic go.
Yeah, but it's like Dragon Quest. I don't care enough to look up the name, but it was a fighter style Dragon Quest game, and it ran like garbage undocked. Like docked, it ran fairly stable, but as soon as you undock that thing said nope.
I got actually I got it right here, but I haven't even touched it yet. It's called Dragon Quest Heroes 1 and 2. I got the demo right here.
Yeah, Heroes. Yeah. Number 1, number 2 was the one that decided 7.8 out of 10. Too much fighting. But yeah, I don't know what it was doing. It just ran like garbage. Like as soon as you undocked it too, it was noticeable. I'm like, what happened?
It was like you can tell it was meant for the PS4. It was just meant for the PS4. It wasn't meant for anything else but the PS4 because it was running like a slugfest on the Switch, and
you could tell they directly ported it. They directly ported. Like it was AP, like everything. They directly ported it. They didn't fix some things up, take some anti-aliasing. They directly ported it. And when you're going from a stronger console to weaker console, you don't want to directly port. You never want to do that. Which is undocked ran even worse.
I just gotta say this. Can we talk to Nintendo about one
thing?
I'm
guessing that was what happened with Chrono Triggers, correct?
No, they just messed up with that one. But
Nintendo needs to make a weak power Nintendo needs to make a weak version of their system and a powerful version of their system, because I'm not gonna lie, I would have paid $500 for a better and a more powerful Switch that can handle Xbox One and PS4 games, and it's like a little bit bigger. Like I would pay $400.
The problem that happens with that is you're alienating a fan base, and that's something you don't want to do. That's kind of what Sega did, and it didn't work for them.
Here's the difference. Sega, they persisted in doing that. It's not only that they did that, and then people bought it, and they keep releasing new powerful hardware. I'm talking about a strong hardware and a weak hardware to get go, and you'll still get the same games. It's just that one version will be weak, one version will be powerful, like the Xbox One X and the Xbox One.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind it, because honestly, I'm getting I really will appreciate it if games run like how the Xbox One and PS4 ran, run a little bit better instead of how they're running now. That's all.
I mean, I feel you, but like I said, at the end of the day, I don't feel like that'd be a good idea as far as because of the console the Switch is. I would have liked for them to make it at least a little more powerful, but at the end of the day, they didn't. And making 2 different versions of the Switch, I don't think would be such a good idea as for what the Switch is versus what the Xbox One and One X are. But I don't know. I'm not a businessman. It just doesn't seem like it would have been a good idea. So,
yeah. So it wouldn't be a good idea?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I'm not a business person. It just doesn't seem to me like it would have been a good idea, because the Switch is a hybrid console, and I don't think it worked as well for a hybrid as it would for just a regular home console.
Excuse me real quick, guys. I'll be right back.
Okay.
All right.
Got something from top chat. Owner Tuna says, I have one played Mario Kart. Have one played Mario Kart and never touched it again. Switch is a bad situation. Well,
what?
Who said that?
Someone named Holdro tuned this from the chat.
Oh yeah,
What did he
F
say?
Switch. I've one played Mario Kart and never touched it again. Switch is a bad situation. Okay.
Actually, sir,
Yeah,
I would just say
I
like this.
think you should
I
get a
have
refund.
Mario Kart for the Switch. There's nothing wrong with the Switch. I feel like that it's good what they was going for. I just wish for it to be a little bit powerful, like not a little bit, like a lot more powerful than what it is now. The problem of the Switches I'm noticing now is it's so underpowered that we can't get like more advanced or technical demanding games due to the fact that it's underpowered. And when we do get something like the reason why Capcom is trying to pretty much stream like a cloud version for Resident Evil is because the Switch can't handle it, and it's clear the day that it can't handle it. And it was Capcom, even though they told them, yeah, we need more power for it so we can run an RE engine on it. They did, but it's not as powerful as they want it to be.
Honestly, with that one, I don't think it's because of power. I think Capcom's just lazy for that one. I'm not gonna lie on that one.
Also, I think you should really either get that repaired or have that Switch traded for a new one.
I mean, I'm not gonna tell this person they should like the Switch. I mean, Elder, you don't like the Switch, it's not a console for everyone, I guess. But I mean,
yeah.
you could
So
base
you
the Switch
should
off
like
of one game, especially off of Mario Kart, because Mario Kart is a kart racer.
So you should like what you want to like because it's your choice. But I'm saying that I have Mario Kart for the Switch. It's not the Mario Kart is a great game. It's not the fact it's a bad game, but there's too much professional people on there, or too much tryhards, and I'm just like I'm not a tryhard. I just want to play for fun. So yeah, I'm good.
But yeah, thanks for sharing in the chat. Feel free to share it anytime. We will be reading it. So,
yeah.
Yeah. Now, this is just a quick aside. Before I go into the whole topic I was about to go to, that's gonna probably last for about 25 minutes. But quick thing is Smash Ultimate will be at CEO, which is a game tournament. It's championship something. I forget what CEO stands for, but yeah, it is a fighting game championship tournament. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate will be there, so that's pretty cool. Of course, the demo. So yeah,
that's for sweet.
So that's pretty cool. So anyone around the area, CEO is commonly held in Orlando, I believe, Orlando, Florida. So if you're there or if you're close, go ahead. Get in on a new game. Yeah, so I get to play demo. So yeah.
I still want to know why they don't still release the demo on the Switch for Super Smash Brothers, but I understand they don't want to get data mine like they got data mine like last time, but when they do release the full game, they're still gonna get data mined, so it's like no point.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. The moment the demo might come out, people are going to data mine it, and they're going to fish for new stuff, especially for any new characters.
Well, everybody's already bitching for Waluigi after everybody been bitching for Ridley. So
yeah, that's a topic I almost forgot, and we'll just quickly talk about this. People are tweeting Sakarai memes and stuff about why add Daisy but not Waluigi and stuff like that. I mean, listen, that is not a way you ask for a character. I mean, he just isn't. I'm sorry. You don't just.
Yeah, I agree.
This man is not sleeping.
No. You don't have to be sorry about that. You guys, he is obviously good with the task of bringing you every single character and stuff like that. He's busy not even porting the game. He's busy retexturing and doing his best for the game. So make sure that everybody's happy. He can't please everybody, but be happy with what you got right now. Because in the future, when he can start adding more characters or as much characters as he can, then he might do it then. More of the story is I'm trying to say is he's busy. Leave him alone. When he's finished doing what he needs to do and the game's out, then bother him. Even still, stop bothering him with something that he thought that we will like. And y'all just changing my. See, this is why fans don't know what they want. At first, people wanted Ridley. Now we got Ridley. Now we want Waluigi. But the thing about that is, a guy said, well, if Waluigi ever did come out, anybody gonna main him? I would main him, but I'm still like, I'm not asking for Waluigi like that. He's in my list, but not on top. I want Rayman. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I just don't. I mean, like I said, don't troll this man's Twitter. Like, I mean, he's actually resorting to blocking people. He has never blocked people on Twitter before, ever.
People
Man,
think that people
Compared him
think
to Big Bird before, and he didn't even block them. So
people,
that says something.
I swear to God, human beings are a bunch of dicks.
I was just about to, people think they have a right, like people think they have a right to whatever they have to say, but there's a limit.
Limit my ass. Listen. You, like, it's not like you have a right to say anything. Like, you're not making the game. Stop demanding of some. I understand you're a fan and you would like to see it, and like what Epic said, it's like a way of asking. But don't be coming onto his forums and demanding that. Oh, he should be in the game. You fucked up. Like, no.
What? Hold up. I wasn't here for when you.
Yeah, they're trolling Sakurai's Twitter, actively trolling him, putting and just they're just. I mean, they're
basically acting like little kids, saying they want this and want that. I changed my mind. I want that. I want this. Yeah, but if I would, I would just say, like, you know what?
Yeah, at this point, I think they're basically ignoring him to no end.
Like, you know what? Like, you leave me alone. How about this? How about this? I'll take the people that you want, and then well, this is just me. I was just gonna say, just make them pay DLC for pissing them off.
Yeah, here's one of the memes. Here's another one. I mean, they are literally they're just literally just harassing Sakurai's like night and day. I mean, these trolls ain't sleeping.
Yeah.
Trolling him for what? He's like, okay,
enough.
They're trolling him for not putting one character in a Smash Brothers.
Yeah, I get that. Like, are the people trolling him making the game, or do they have any part of it? No, they're gonna buy it. Like,
yeah, pretty much.
Either buy the game or don't buy the game. Either way, it's on you.
Shut the heck up and buy the game, because they're gonna buy it anyway. So what's the point? Shut the fuck up! You're gonna buy the game anyway. Oh no, I'm not. We're gonna boycott this game because my one character is in this game. Oh yeah, right.
Okay, go do that. Fine, I don't care.
And to the people to the viewers, not saying, oh, every Waluigi fan's like this. I'm a Waluigi fan. If they put him in the game, I'd play him. I mean, but at the end of the day, there's certain ways you ask for characters. I mean, you don't sit there and troll a man that's working day and night tirelessly, trying to make the best game they can. I mean,
the man hasn't seen his family in weeks.
It's not even that. It's not even that. He's a human being.
Exactly.
The end of the day. Like, we're not machines. Bro, have some humanity inside y'all. Like, I swear, y'all thinking that we're a bunch of machines. We're here to please you. No, it's just the other way around. Or like, we're here to make y'all happy, but y'all can't be like, oh, we're demanding this because it's all right. No, bro.
As soon as I hear the word demand, I'm like, okay, you're demanding me now? Like, okay, I'm done. Nope.
And this is why it's hard to be a developer, because honestly, we can't please everybody, and we know we can't please everybody. Because y'all don't have to act like dickheads about it. I'm just saying.
Exactly. I mean, it gets hard. That's why a lot of developers, like when you see them making games, they take a little hiatus off of social media because they know what the backlash they're gonna be getting. And at the end of the day, no, they're making these games they're making it the best of their ability. Like I said, I mean, if he was one of those just lazy developers that were just like, oh no, I'll release half a game and then make you pay DLC, that's different. But no, he's releasing a full game. He always was always a game. He's a human being like everyone else. Stop trolling the man.
Yeah, just stop. His health is already suffering enough from all this work.
And
I can really tell from the
if he just got on live TV and just said F you.
My God. I'm sorry. I'm looking at Dragon Ball Z Kai. I forgot the Goku Oob fight was so lit. But yeah.
Oh yeah, that first
song.
Goku Oob fight first time. Yeah, they went at it a little bit.
That was a pretty good fight. I just looked up like, dang. My man threw Goku up in the air, just freaking him with a Vegeta.
To be honest, I feel bad for our Dragon Ball Z. You know, I feel bad for Dragon Ball Z watchers and fans because we will never know we will never have a canon way to know what happened after that fight because Akira Toriyama never gave us a legitimate ending. He just gave us.
Everyone thought Super would be here, but nope. Super's on events before.
Where?
And I'll be right back.
That reminds me. Where's your Super takes place like right after the fight with Majin Buu, right?
Yes.
So that stuff with Oob never happened. Okay.
Well, no, the stuff with Oob happens, but that happens later. Because Oob comes like 12 years after Majin Buu. Super is like a year after.
I remember where it took. I was just trying to remember where it like started out, like where it took place at that.
Yeah, because Goten and Trunks are still kids in Super, but they're like I think like 17, 18 when Oob first appears.
When I first saw that episode where like the tournament episode, I'm like, is that Yamcha? Oh wait, that's Goten.
Yeah.
Oh snap! What happened?
Yeah, he aged, man.
No, it's not that he aged. It's like my question is why does your hair look similar?
Why are you a robot? Why are you a robot?
No, I see what Suko's saying. Like, are you asking about the future Trunks fiasco? Why his hair color is like another color?
No, I was
UKDC.
No, I was talking about like because I never saw that episode when I was younger. Where with Goten being like 18 when I first saw it, I'm like, is that Yamcha? Why is Yamcha in the tournament? Like that's the only reason I said that was just because of the hair. That's the only reason I thought of that.
I'm sorry to cut you off, but no, I understand what you're saying. That's what everybody's asking for. Everybody's asking for, older Goten and older Trunks because they haven't aged at all, and it's supposed to indicate it's been years since, the events have happened. So why the heck they still looking the same? Because I would love Teenage Trunks and Teenage Goten, and they'd be shining more of a light like their fathers are. I would love to see character development.
Right, I'm sorry to cut you. Like, I wasn't trying to insult anyone or just sound stupid. I was just telling you, like, that's how I felt when I first saw that episode. When I first saw Teenage Goten, like, is that's legit how I first thought. Like, he looked very similar to Yamcha for some reason.
Oh, understood.
His hairstyle, because he had that weird hairstyle.
Which I am kind of mad at that Goten is not really a martial artist anymore. He becomes like his brother when he comes to teenage years. He's into dating women, which
I blame Chi-Chi for this.
Well, with Goten, that was actually his fault.
Chi-Chi too.
Well, with Goten, that was actually his fault. He actually legit just stopped himself.
Yeah, like he slapped off his training, but you gotta understand these people are they're human. They got characters. They need to. Teenagers, they need to do their thing.
Dude, I was there. I'm like, no, you can't. Like, I'm pretty sure Vegeta's like, no, you can't slack off. This is Earth.
I blame Goku because Goku wasn't training Goten anymore.
Since when is Goku
training anybody? Goku wants to fight with Goten because Goten asks his dad almost every day, "Hey, Dad, can we train?" Goku was like, "Sure, just ask your mom." And his mom was like, Chi-Chi's like, hell no. And he's
Like,
pretty much like,
No, I mean, Goku just left them for those years with Oob.
like, you know
He's like,
what?
see your family.
Like just basically look Chi-Chi dead in her eyes. Like, you know what? Since you won't let me train with my sons, I'll go train with him, and he'll be my new son.
the best parent, the best parent in the world of Dragon Ball Z is Gohan. It is Gohan.
No, the best parent in the world is Piccolo.
You would thought
Piccolo comes in second place.
You would thought
Piccolo comes in second place.
He's the best.
No, here's the thing. Piccolo's not a father. He doesn't have a child. That's why I say best parent.
Yeah, but he's been taking care of Gohan. You remember he took care of Gohan when Goku died.
So, but he's not a parent.
It's just a running joke that Piccolo's better than Goku was.
And Super, like in Dragon Ball Super, freaking Piccolo put Chi-Chi in her place with that babysitting job. Like Chi-Chi's like, I'll just slap something together for her to eat. Like, you know what? No.
And if you actually want to know the order, the best parent in the whole Dragon Ball Z universe is Krillin. The second best is Gohan. The third best, I would have to give it to Vegeta. And last place is Goku.
Most definitely.
Exactly. No, wait. What about Grandpa Gohan? What about Grandpa Gohan? He still counts.
Grandpa Gohan. If you want me to rate Grandpa Gohan, he's always number one. That fool. I wouldn't even call him a fool because technically Grandpa Gohan never had a child per se. He found Goku and just like, I'm gonna just take care of you.
Exactly.
I mean, like the kids did.
Like I said with Piccolo, if you didn't have a legitimate child, you don't count.
Grandpa Gohan.
I think Grandpa Gohan's different than Piccolo, seeing as Grandpa Gohan's Goku's legal guardian because he did find him and take care of him.
Well, it wasn't even legal. He just found them. Like, I'll take you home.
Yes, but I'm talking about like actual parents, like have a child and stuff like that. I'm just rating on that basis.
What about Hercule?
Damn, you just like pretty much blowing my mind.
Was he a good parent to Videl though? I mean, in some cases, feel like she didn't see him for a while. But
I would put him above Vegeta and Goku, but like below Gohan. Because technicality, he did everything he did to make his millions, so he could so his daughter can have a better life. He did.
Yeah, she did. She was in a private school, so that was
fuck private school.
Yeah, he did what he had to do so his daughter can live. And by the way, where is I understand that Angel's killed everybody. Where is Videl? Like in the Trunks of Saga, that does now she's dead, but technically alive, but dead at the exact same time. It's interesting.
We don't know.
And
we're never gonna know.
But let's get into a fun topic. My boy Play Wrestle.
All right.
He talks about this topic a lot. And this topic is it's fun. Ooh,
it's fun.
It's fun.
Stop saying fun like that.
Okay, let's bring it.
Okay. So certain companies, they won't Nintendo Switch fans to do something, and what they want them to do is port bag. If you don't know what port bagging is, well, I'll explain it to you. Port bag companies like, well, we could bring this game to the console, but we gotta make sure there's enough interest. How about you guys tweet to us and tell us how much you want this game, and basically give them all this free advertising. That's what they want you to do. And might bring it to your console, and then what happens is people port and oh yeah, please blah 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 blah, and they get these people in the thousands, millions to whoever's shuffling around. I'm gonna smack them. Beg for this game. Oh yeah, we brought this game, and it's because of you. When really they already work on the game. Let's be honest. They didn't just randomly pull a game out their butt like in 6 months. Because y'all begged for it 6 months ago, we're bringing it. You didn't make that game in 6 months. You're already working on it. You just want a free advertisement publicity. Don't lie. But yeah, that's basically what this port begging stuff is, and they want Nintendo Switch fans to port beg. And it is crazy. Activision had Nintendo Switch fans port begging for what's that game called? Dang, I forgot. I don't know. Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy. You're like, oh yeah, it's coming because of you guys. No, it's not. It's coming because a developer who liked the Switch made a level on their free time and pitched that this can run on the Switch very efficiently because I myself with no team got the first level up and running. And they're trying to act like people port begging is the reason why it came, which it didn't. It is.
If you want me to beg for a port, the one game I'll beg for is Chrono Trigger. I need Chrono Trigger on that Switch.
We need Chrono Trigger on something, man.
Like, again,
exactly. Other than the PC, bro.
I have a question. Would it be so bad for them to reboot Chrono Trigger with like three-dimensional graphics? Would it be bad?
No, it would sell millions. But comparing this, thinking of Square Enix, by the time they'll come to realize that, we'll be so old that we wouldn't even know that that's Chrono Trigger anymore.
So you're being your wheelchair playing Chrono Trigger.
Actually, I think we'll be dead at that point. But
we'll probably be dead. I mean, look how long they're taking to make Final Fantasy VII remake. You have to keep in mind they initially announced that in the PS3 launch. And
look how long it took them to make PS4. Look how long it took them to make Incredibles 2.
No, that's not Square Enix.
How many years?
Yeah, I'm just trying to make a joke. I was trying to make a joke.
I see a joke you're making, but yeah, I mean, Square Enix, they're not gonna. I don't know. They made the only thing is like they made a Secret Mana. They made a version of that, and that. So as long as they make Chrono Trigger important, that's.
Look at Kingdom Hearts. It's about to come out like next year on the 22nd, February.
Yeah, 22nd, that's January.
January. I still January 29th, right? January 29th, actually.
Yeah.
I still felt like Kingdom Hearts should have been like a PlayStation exclusive. Now I still feel that way.
Mm-mm.
I'm glad it's coming out on the console because it deserves to. A lot of people with the PS2 do not have PS4. They either have Xbox One or PC. So I mean, it makes sense coming to those other platforms because they owe it to the fans.
I see your point. Maybe it's just me. Like I've always seen it as like a PlayStation game. So maybe it's just like what is that?
I don't know what that was.
That's my question.
Most that's DC.
Are you kidnapping people?
Yeah, man. He kidnapped people on the podcast.
That's my question.
You can only find this Entertainment of Nights podcast, guys.
Entertainment, huh? All right.
Dude, I hear garbage bags. I think he killed.
Yeah, man, kidnapping people and talking games and anime.
Really nice podcast.
Nah, man. I hear.
Just think about it. I'm doing it all.
I hear garbage bags, man. What's up with that?
Yeah.
Kidnapping, man. He doing it all.
No, man. He hiding the body. I think he just cut the body up. What's up with that?
Listen.
Yeah.
I keep it PG though. But
no, like I said, I think maybe it's just me. I've always seen it on the PlayStation, so I just figured like it should always be on the PlayStation. Maybe I'll just say tradition. I just saw it as like a traditional thing.
Suko, I'm gonna just say this one thing, and I understand where you're coming from because PlayStation has been showing more favoritism to Kingdom Hearts games. But I'm also in that factor where I do agree and disagree with you because I agree with you on one thing, and that is when you go to play Kingdom Hearts 3, the Xbox users are going to be confused because there's no other remasters, no 2.8 or 1.5 or any game coming to the Xbox. So some Xbox users, this is going to be their first game, and they're already going to be confused. Welcome to Kingdom Hearts. You won't know the story, but you're gonna have fun playing the game.
Exactly. That's what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
Like the rest of the story is on the PlayStation 2, and you're just bringing Kingdom Hearts 3 to Xbox One out of nowhere.
And
I think it could work if they would just put 1.5, 2.5 and 2.8 on the one. I mean, understand why they keep releasing these remasters only on the PlayStation consoles. I'm like, if it's coming to the Xbox One as well, number 3, then you should at least release the full story. And the thing is, they would make a lot of money from it.
Okay. Unless they're gonna put the rest of the stories on DVDs or make them in the books for you to read or watch.
No, here's what I'm thinking they're going to do. You're going to release it for the Xbox. The fans are going to cry, "Hey man, can we get like the other Kingdom Hearts games on the Xbox? Because we don't know what the heck is going on."
Well,
Square Enix is going to be like, "All right, it's coming." Yeah. And 20 years later, when they make another Kingdom Hearts, Xbox, they're going to announce the Xbox a Kingdom Hearts collection. Where, by the way, I really do think Square Enix is going to be like, "Here's 3, but we're working on a Kingdom Hearts collection with every game that you want to play is going to be into it. It's going to come out on both platforms. So if you bought the 1.5, 2.5 with a 2.8, you're screwed because we're going to have a master collection.
No,
going to have a few more trinkets in there.
No, because I kind of see it's like, say you bought like the PlayStation remasters on PlayStation 3, right? Hello?
Yeah, we hear you. Keep talking.
Oh, okay. Yeah, say you bought the Kingdom Hearts game on remasters on PS3. Like, if there was a good game store, a good game, just trade in all 3 of those remasters. You get some off the collector's edition, like 20% off.
Yeah, that would be a pretty interesting deal.
Yeah, I kind of doubt you guys because I got a bunch of side.
I don't know if they're actually going to do that.
I doubt they'll do
it. Back on the topic of begging.
No,
but back on the topic of port begging. Yeah, we just gotta get back to this topic of port begging so we can move on to the next one.
It really does not work on the most part unless.
No, I know the deal you had makes sense. But Square Enix is not going to do it because they're Square Enix, and we come to grips with that.
Well, maybe they need to be Triangle Incorporated. They're more open.
Yeah, they should, but they're Square Enix. They say no, we're not going to do that because we're Square Enix, and we only need to make sense.
On the topic at hand, if I would have put my 2 cents in it, no, I would not be begging for a point. If you want to know what we want to know, they pretty much do what other companies do. Put out a survey. Ask, what games do you want to see? Yeah, what games do you want to see make us make a report on the Switch? They will let you know. I would like to see Chrono Trigger. That is for me. I really want to see Chrono Trigger. Like, can you please bring that game back? Because it's a masterpiece. I really had gotten a chance to play it. And I hear that the PC port was not good.
I mean, my thing is this. In just over a year, the Switch is about at 20 million consoles sold. I mean, some people like 17 million. No, it was at 17 million back was it in like February. It's been selling since then. So it's probably about 20 million at this point. So I mean, the Switch has sold a lot of units in just over a year. Companies for Switch, the Switch is still selling. There's been times where it's outselling the PS4. So I mean, there's no way companies don't know that, Switch fans might want this game because it wasn't on the Wii U because the Wii U didn't sell worth of crap. So they want a Switch. Oh, we have this new Call of Duty game coming out. Oh, they want a Switch. Nah, you guys got port bag. I'm like, listen, Activision, either you bring Call of Duty to Switch or you don't. I'm not port begging. No one's port begging. No one's port begging for a game. Same thing Bandai Namco and other companies. You should never ask a particular, because that feels like you're degrading a fan base. Like you're saying, if you have an Xbox or you have PlayStation, these games coming to console. But if you have a Switch, you want this game to come to your console, you gotta beg us for it. Like what?
It's like, yeah, it's not just, we're not dogs. We're not gonna be begging for something. You bring it or you.
That's not how any of this works.
Either you bring it or you don't bring it.
That's not how any of this works.
Yeah. You're a game developer. You develop the game or you don't.
Thank you. We're not dogs. We're not anything like that. And you know what? Just for doing that, I should just pretty much write an angry review or do something like that. But I'm not. I'm just gonna let this blow over in your face like always. What developer that says pretty much about this topic that said it, Epic?
It's predominantly Bandai Namco, but Square Enix did a little bit, and so has Activision with the whole Call of Duty thing.
Listen, Call of Duty would be neat on the Switch, and I'm not gonna lie to you, it would be neat on the Switch. But either you put it on here or you don't. I'm just gonna make it straight. Like, I'm gonna honestly play Call of Duty on my on my consoles, but Call of Duty for the Switch, I will actually give that a shot because playing Call of Duty where I go, and I can also pop it in and play on the home system, it wouldn't be that bad. It honestly wouldn't.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be cool to play some of these games, and like I said, there and with the whole Dragon Ball Fire scene, like, oh, you're bringing like Bandai Namco's, oh, we're bringing that to Switch because you guys beg, you guys asked for it, so we're bringing them. You had this in development already. There's no way that this game just miraculously came out because people were the Switch just came out a year ago, and you're asking them to port bag 2 months into the Switch's lifespan. There's no way that you made this game in less than a year. I mean, we're not stupid. You were already developing this game for the Switch. Like, you just want free publicity. So.
Yeah, it was like there, but we just finally caught on.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't know. It's stupid. Like I said, these companies, like, you bring the game to the console, you don't. I mean, I don't care either way. I mean, it's just, if you do, that's cool. And it runs well. That's cool. Congratulations. I will give you congratulations for that. Like we congratulated Hi-Rez on Paladins port because it's a really good port. If you port a game to Switch and it's really good, we will congratulate you on it. But if you're saying, oh, beg for this, none of us are begging. You don't ask any fans to beg. Like, we're not begging for nothing.
If Sakarai did it, he would have got in trouble for it. I'm not gonna say people won't beg for that shit, but he would got a little bit in trouble for it.
Mm-hmm.
So just
very serious trouble.
Yeah, don't say shit like that. And I don't mean to cuss, but I'm gonna say like that. Don't say shit like that. That's just gonna get you in more trouble. Whoever was the PR behind that whole stunt, I bet you somebody got fired. Somebody definitely got fired.
Hey, they said port bag. Like, yo, listen.
Like, yeah, listen, bro. I don't know what you was typing on people, but people are pissed off now, and I'm gonna have to let you go. It's a possible chance somebody did get fired for that comment. But anyway, nobody's port begging. Please don't. If you're a developer and you're trying to get into the field, and you also you need to talk to people, do a survey. Don't say shit like port begging or anything like that. That just make it degrading. And nobody's a fucking dog, so don't even do it.
Yeah, that's just, I don't know. It's just I just never understood that. I mean, and I know someone's gonna try to call us on this. No developers themselves never said port beg, but they said, we want you guys to tweet at us. We want you guys to ask us. We want you guys to, and basically everything they were saying in their tweets and stuff, and everything they were saying to the fans is they're basically saying beg. They're basically saying port beg. I mean, they didn't say the exact words, but that's what they're asking for. So,
you want to support beg? All right, how about this? How about you for that Bando Soul Calibur 6? It's only coming to all the other platforms besides Switch. How about you get on that? Activision, you better put Call of Duty on the Switch because you put Call of Duty everywhere else, and Call of Duty has been on every single system, so you might as well put it on the Switch.
I mean, they had Call of Duty up and running on the Wii and the Wii U. So I mean, the Switch is whatever. It's definitely a console that can do. But I mean,
exactly. Yeah, exactly. So just put it on the Switch already. If you want us to beg, how about you put your current games on the Switch, like you was planning to, if that's what you want to say.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, because I feel like I don't want any of these companies sitting and trying to tweet people say, "Oh yeah, we brought this to the Switch because you guys asked for it." No, you. What we asked for. The reason why you did this because you saw money. I mean, that's the end of the day. Like I said, the Switch is sitting at about 20 million at this point. units sold in a little over a year. There's definitely demand for a Switch. There's a demand for games on a Switch. Third-party games on Switch right now are selling pretty well. I mean, so that's just that. I mean, come on. You know where your fan base is. You know if they want the games, release it, or like DC said, release like a survey or something. I mean, don't ask people to port big.
Don't do it. It's bad.
I don't know. That just gets me heated for some reason. It's just I see it. Like I said, player essence. He gets heated about that too. It's just because it just sounds to me like they're just I don't know. It just doesn't.
Yeah, I see what you mean. It feels fucking slimy as hell. It's like, so you want these games? You're gonna have to beg us for it. You really want those games? Oh, how naughty of you. You're gonna need to beg for it if you want to play these games. And I'm like, nah, bro, it doesn't work like that. Either you give it to us or you don't. Like,
case closed.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. There's really not more to say about it. If you give it, either you give it to us or you just don't. All right, next topic is
He's a Lacrimosa of Donna. I finally ever pronounced that name without messing up. Is the company they're releasing they released the update for the Switch. They say they're targeting 60. I love to see that. And they're targeting 720p upscale to 900p. So I love to see that too. 720p no native on the portable, of course, on dock. So.
Yeah,
I love to see that.
Good. Yeah. Amazing.
The company, the developer is Nihon Falcom. Or as far as the American port, NIS America are the ones working on the American port. And it doesn't say whether or not the update was targeted for both America and Japan or just Japan, because it's a Japanese company, but NIS were the ones who retweeted it. So I don't know. But they did update it. Like I said, they did say they're targeting that. So that is that. Like I said, that's very good. PS4 version is 1080p 60. So, I mean, initially it was 1080p sub 60 because it was a terrible release. But I mean, they patched it and now it's running, good at 60, pretty well. So, if the Switch version can run at 60 and 900p or 720p upscale to 900, it's gonna look pretty good. If it's gonna be running pretty smooth. Sounds good to me. Whether you're into EZ8 or not, more games is always good, and when the games are functional, that's even better.
Yeah, there's really not much to say about it. They targeted for a better frame rate. Remember, everybody, frame rate over graphics. If your frame rate is like 4K, that's good and all, but if it runs like a slideshow, then what's the point?
My game is so slow, but look at these graphics.
I mean, that's exactly what some people do. Now,
so real, but it runs like a slideshow. Oh well.
I'm just gonna call one person out who played EZ8 on the PS4. I'm gonna call them out. Richard. I'm just gonna say his first name, not gonna say his last. Yeah, I'm gonna call you out. He was like, he's not sure if the Switch version can handle it. And then I reminded him that EZ8 is also on the PS Vita, and that runs it really well. Sure. The Vita can run it, the Switch can. Okay. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
Man, we all know that compared to Vita versus Switch is more powerful than Vita. So if it can run well in Vita, then it can run well on the Switch. So please stop playing.
Yeah. Let's
Vita's
not.
running it really well, then I mean the Switch is gonna run it well. I mean, it's just, I mean, Ease 8 is not a very demanding game. Like, I mean, I can show you how it looks. I mean, I've already showed it before, but I just show it now for people who didn't see that last podcast where I was showing it off. But I mean, it is not at all intense game looking game.
Cool.
But I mean, it still looks good art style. Let's see here. So yeah, I mean, this is, there it is. You know what I mean? Like I said, it's a nice art style, but it's not like a intense game. So
what happened to Floor Kids?
Yeah, it looks very pretty.
It looks good. I'm just saying what anybody remember that game Floor Kids? It looks awesome. I see someone playing it. I still do think it looks awesome.
Oh yeah, Floor Kid is really good. It's all hand drawn and stuff. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. Is it out?
Yeah, been out.
Okay, I thought. I think we covered that on one of the podcasts. Maybe, I don't know.
I don't think so.
I don't think we did.
No memory on it.
We'll have to look on that.
Yeah, I have to look back at them. I feel like at some point I talked about the game.
I think he did, but I don't think we got too deep with it.
But yeah, I mean, like I said, Ease 8 Lacrimosa Donna. I said it again. Okay.
Yeah, you're good.
No, man, I'm really happy because for a while it was really hard for me just to say it all without messing up. So yeah, it's looking really cool. And I played a little of the Vita version. Friend had a Japanese Vita. He ended up dropping it into a toilet, so he kind of just left it there. I feel him because he pulled out toilet.
Wait, pause. Say that again?
Because
well, I don't know how he dropped into the toilet, but he did. So he just kind of left it there and left because it short circuited in the toilet. He wasn't going to grab it out of it.
Considering how crappily the Vita did in the West, I don't blame him for throwing that one in the toilet.
I don't think he threw it in the toilet purposely, but I don't know. I don't know what he was doing in life. But
wait. Can you please repeat what you just said? Because I'm still confused.
I'm not repeating that again.
Yeah.
I'm confused.
Yeah, same.
Who dropped their Vita in the toilet?
I mean, I guess he was using the bathroom and it fell in the toilet. I don't know. I don't know. But if he's watching this, maybe if he's in the chat, maybe he could type how that happened. I don't know. He just said.
Thanks for
he started seeing some sparks. He's like, he wasn't gonna reach into for a console that probably wasn't even working anymore. I said, I mean, I feel you. I'm not reaching.
Yeah, but you paid money for that. Like, I'm sorry, but I was like, I would have reached in and grabbed my shit because I paid money for that. I don't know.
No pun intended. No pun intended.
I don't know how your parents is, but how I was raised is, if you paid for it, you need to take value in what you paid for, man. Don't just leave shit out. Just saying.
I don't know. I'm not even sure if that story is for real. That's what he told me. But I just I mean, I have no reason to think that he lied, so I just take his word for it. But I don't know. It's
all right. What's your 2 cents on it, Suka? I want to hear your 2 cents. You have been paying attention or not?
He hasn't.
Not at all.
I was reading
Suka,
something.
are you there?
I'm here. I was reading something.
He's a Lacrimosa of Donna. Yo, I said it again.
Stop saying it.
Nah, man, that's a nice. I'm happy I'm getting that consistently.
I thought it was a bad thing. Sorry.
No, because that's consistently, man. I'm getting that consistently. That's nice. Yo, what you?
He's a Lacrimosa. I don't know.
What?
There's something called He's a.
He's a Lacrimosa of Donna.
Oh, Lacrimosa Madonna. All right.
All right, Doc. Okay, on to the next topic.
Thank you.
It was gonna take Suko at least until 11 of tomorrow to figure it out. So I mean, we're not gonna be doing.
Oh wow.
We're not doing a 24-hour podcast. I'm sorry. We love you guys, but no.
Why not?
Not that much.
Not 24 hours.
Oh. Are we getting
24 hour when we at least should do some type of tournament or something, but let's all not.
If we're getting paid for it.
Nah, yeah, y'all ain't paying us for no 24 hour.
We're getting paid for a 24-hour Call of Duty live stream.
No, I'm good.
No,
I don't need to go crazy.
I get tired of games.
We all do.
So, my favorite company just
throw the grenade.
They just teased another port for the Switch.
Ooh, what is it?
Sarcasm.
What's your favorite company?
Yeah.
It's just
favorite company. Nah. When I say favorite company, I'll saying it as a sarcasm. But yeah.
Oh, you mean the one that shall not be named, the evil one.
A teased.
But they are releasing Zone of the Enders, and I did play it because I got the demo. It's good. It's good. It's better than what it looks.
Oh, that one again.
So
maybe this time it could be released.
So I mean, more games are good, and their games aren't garbage, or the ports aren't garbage. But I mean, gosh,
Konami, who cares?
Oh no, not Konami. F Konami. But
oh, good.
Every podcast they didn't know, just F them.
We got fucking Konami news.
So Panic Button. My favorite porting company. They teased that after Wolfenstein 2 drops, expect another major port. So they did Rocket League, Doom, and they're doing Wolfenstein 2. And they said expect another major Switch port. So I'm pretty sure it's gonna be another Bethesda game. Some people are saying Fallout 76. I'm like, no, but I mean, who knows? They might port Fallout 76.
It's a port. Well, it's not even up yet, so.
But I mean, if they do, it's gonna be garbage. I mean, that's just my opinion. But whatever.
Fallout 4.
Wait, I thought.
Yeah, probably
like Hard 8.
I did use that game on. I did see Switch related news on that game.
All right, I'm starting to see what Hard 8 be talking about these dumbass answers. Fallout 76.
Nah, it's just a shelter. Now it's just about shelter. Fallout 76, I don't know.
Fallout 76 is going to be an open world game. So why would it be on the Switch? Let me ask y'all this. It's going to be dedicated servers. It's going to be an open world game. Why would it be on the Switch? All right, and then no, that was just a stupid answer. I'm sorry. There's no way. It's like asking for God of War on the Switch. You know, that's a freaking god-awful answer, but, you know, it's just me.
It's just you.
It's just me.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, as far as Fallout 76 goes, I mean, with Panic Button, they're probably going to port something. I'm thinking more so along the lines of Fallout 4. Because
I just said that. Don't take my stuff.
Yeah, but I've been saying that. I mean, because
what about Sonic Boom, Rise of Lyric?
because that's already a game that's already out. And like I said,
but they can port it.
Their porting is gonna be a Bethesda game because far they done Doom and Wolfenstein 2, and they have a 2-year contract with Bethesda. I'm pretty sure that contract is only gonna be for Switch games because I don't see them porting any other game to any other console. I mean, they don't port any of Bethesda's games to PS4, Xbox One. It's only to the Switch. So the fact that they have this thing, like I said, with the whole people saying Fallout 76, I'm like, I'm not gonna rule it out completely just because it might, if it does happen, I don't want to look stupid saying I don't think it ever happened, and it happens. They're like, haha, the Nice Podcast is stupid because it happened.
I think you can just say it's a possibility.
Yeah, it's a possibility. I never leave possibilities out.
Say that.
But fine. I think more likely it's gonna be Fallout 4. If they port anything.
Fine, I'll be optimistic because they did release Skyrim for the Alexa, and yes, look it up. It's an actual thing. It's not fake. It's an actual thing. Skyrim for Alexa.
It's like I said. I never want to say something's never going to happen because if it does, then I just look stupid. But
you have to literally eat your words.
More likely, the major game talking about is Fallout 4. And the reason I say that is because it's already a game that's already made, and I feel like it could be ported to the Switch. I mean, they're not going to do a good job on it. I mean, once again, my opinion.
Go listen to this. I never say never.
No. But I mean, like I said, I do not like that company. I mean, I don't hate the company. I don't think they're good at porting, and I that's just me. I've made that thought known, and a lot of people get upset when I say that. So I don't know. I don't have a problem with the company themselves. They're probably nice people, but when you have ports that are running at sub 720p, sub 30, and you have lower difficulty for it to run smoother, that's just stupid to me. I don't understand how people can sit there and say, oh, well, the fact they got up and running. No, that's barely running, in my opinion. Barely functional.
Well, I understand why you're mad, but the thing I'm mad is I'm still mad at the fact they said, oh, we can't run this game at a certain level because it's like impossible to do. Oh, JK, we run it. We just
exactly. It's so weird because that's what they say about Rocket League. Like, oh yeah, we can run it like here, but then they did an update later. Oh, we got it. I'm like, now there's no way that in just 6 months you were able to get it running better. Whatever. I just
no. What it means is they lied to us in our face saying it can't be run, and then they end up doing it.
We can't do that. We can't do that. No.
Yeah, somehow we can't do that.
I mean, that's lazy development. I'm sorry, that's lazy development, and
well agreed. It is lazy development.
Like, I know for a fact that the Switch could run Doom at 720p 30 and keep a standard 30. Like a stable 30. I mean, honestly, I feel like they could do 720p 60, but it's like, oh no, sub 720p. There's times it goes down to 500p. And then sub 30, there's times it goes down to 20 frames per second. I'm like, you can't call that functional. You can't.
They did.
I mean, as a developer, like just myself when I'm developing something, like when I was making something use Unreal Engine, I was upset that I couldn't get certain things working. And I'm not even a big time developer or anything. Oh yeah, I'm Activision level. I'm not gonna sit there and say I am. But it's just like, I feel bad. DC, don't you feel bad when you're making like a game or something like that and it's not running like you want it to?
Actually, I don't feel bad about that. I will feel bad if I had like an obligation to hit it and I didn't hit it. Like I wouldn't feel bad if I was messing around and I didn't hit it. I'd be like, oh, I'm gonna try some tips next time. But if I had I promise people that I hit it and I didn't hit it, that's where I would be very upset.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I just feel like as a developer, you should have better pride in your game you release for the public. Like, oh yeah, I don't know. It's just sub 720p, sub 30. I can never find that optimal. I mean, people can call me stupid and say I don't know what I'm talking about, and that's okay. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion. But I'm sorry. I'm just never gonna call that.
No, No, I understand. We had a very strict teacher who pretty much taught us game developing, and we was taught that we should put every pride in our games. And I understand that we should put every pride in our games,
Yeah.
but here's the one thing where I just get ticked off at some developers. I don't want to be lied to. If you're not sure if you can hit it or not, they don't say anything. If you are sure, then say something. I don't want you to be like, oh yeah, we can hit it, and then just like turn around the next day and be like, oh, we tried everything, we couldn't hit it. But maybe next time we won't know. Oh, if you just didn't hit it now, then just don't focus on hitting it. Focus on what I think a certain condition of it is now. Try to make it better. Don't keep lying to me in my face. Square Enix, looking at you, buddy.
Yeah. I mean, that's just the thing. Is like, I mean, if you say what you're targeting, I mean, that's different. Like, with these companies saying, oh, we're targeting, like when they said Paladins before it came out, they said, we're targeting 60, and they hit it. But I mean, they never said it was guaranteed. I'm happy that they did, but there's a difference between targeting and saying, oh, yeah, we could totally do this. And then there's other thing we say, oh, we can't do this, but then 6 months later, you do it. The update is like,
EA.
yes, I just don't. I'm sorry that to me, that just doesn't sit right with me. That never sat right with me. I feel like as a developer, you should just have more integrity in that. And when you're porting games, you should make sure that, especially like, because when you're porting a game, it's a game that's already made. So like with a game that's already on a PS4, Xbox One, or something like that, you're porting to another console. I mean, this, like in this case, Switch. You should want the game to be as close to the other versions as possible.
That's the fact you want it. Not the fact that you want it close to the other versions as possible. You want to run it without that much compromise. That's what we're pretty much targeting for.
And without as many bugs as well.
Yeah, you don't want it because it's on the hardest difficulty. The frame rate's even worse. Like, I've never heard of that before. I'm sorry, I just haven't. And when that was a thing, I was like, y'all call this optimal.
Yeah, and the thing was about the Switch, I was asking for a little bit more powerful Switch, is because that they have, like, developers have to compromise a lot just to put the damn game on the Switch, and I'm just like, I really wish Nintendo would just be like, yeah, I know it's gonna cost a lot, but we made two versions, a weaker one and a stronger one. And the stronger one is gonna have like more, like you'll pay more money, but it's gonna have like more games, more access to games, like how it looks on the console, like more than the previous version will.
I mean, the problem I have is it's like I feel like some of these games, though, the reason they're so compromised is not necessarily because Switch's power, is because they're sometimes with lazy development. Because like you think the Switch is more powerful than NVIDIA Shield. Like NVIDIA Shield is weaker than the Switch. NVIDIA Shield was running some games at 720p 60, and the Switch isn't running at 720p 60. Developers are saying it's because they can't reach it. I'm like, there's no way you can't reach down a Switch if you could reach down the Shield. That's why I say with some of it, I feel like it's just developers, and because no one wants to check the hardware and say, oh yeah, this hardware could hit something more than that, people just take developers' word for it. Sometimes sometimes it's not. And I'll say we need to be able to weed out which is true and which is false, or what is fact, what is fiction, so that we know, okay, this is purely because Switch's power. So it's not at a level where it can do this. This is because developers just lying. They said they couldn't hit this, but they could. I mean, it's just it gets kind of muddy because you're like, okay.
I was trying to say you're not too far fetched on the idea. Isn't the Switch is supposed to be powerful than Wii U, and we still got games on the Wii U?
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. It's like, I mean, like I said, the Switch has a custom Tegra chip, which is closer to X1 than it is the X2, but still more powerful than the X1 chip. The Shield was purely X1 and didn't have the same power as the Switch. It was running a lot of games better than the Switch is running them. That's what I say. It's not all of it can be a Switch's fault as far as that. So we need to weed out the fact from the fiction so that we can really look and say, okay, this it needs more power for, this it doesn't. I mean, that's what I say. I'm not sure about certain games, but I know for a fact Doom could run better than it is because I've just never heard of a game, the harder difficulty, the lower the resolution and the lower the frame rate. I've never heard of that before. I mean, that's a new
same here, and that honestly sounds very that honestly sounds kind of bad. I got confused even more difficult just for fun's sake, but this is not how you go about it.
I was going to say that on Doom, it's like the harder the difficulty, the more enemy as it is, and the more enemies means that lower the frame rate. It was just trying to keep it at a good frame rate, but it'll take a graphical hit. The thing I'm trying to say is, if you have like a powerful more Switch that can run Doom, then one version will have that and another version won't. And I would be happy to buy a version that's pretty much like, oh, you can play any Xbox One and PlayStation 4 games on here, but you can just like take it anywhere. And it also got like any multiplats and our first party. I wouldn't mind that. I really would.
I mean, once again, like I said, that just would be a terrible ideal. It's just, I mean, because if there's one version that's running games at 1080p 60, and this is running at sub 720p sub 30, that's pretty much leaving the weaker version to the wayside. That's just, I'm sorry to say this, DC, that's just stupid. I mean, it wouldn't make any sense, because then why would anyone want to buy the weak version? It's like, oh, it's cheaper, but my games run like absolute dog crap. Like, get the developers to optimize the games better on the weak version so that you get a better experience. I mean, it's just, when I see games like Paladins and games like, with like games like Pokken, made by these different studios, games like Mario Rabbids and stuff, games that are made to run better, and they're still using these same engines. Like with Mario Rabbids, that's using the what's his face, the Snowdrop. Was that Ubisoft?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, Snowdrop engine, and I mean, it ran it. I mean, that it just, I don't know. It gets weird because like, if you released a powerful Switch that could run 1080p 60, and then the Switch now is like sub 720p sub 30, that's a terrible market ideal, and you're gonna kill yourself because you're gonna shoot yourself foot, because the only version will be the stronger version.
Well, here's my
weaker version.
To that. It's the fact that Xbox and PlayStation are doing it right now.
Yeah, but like how well are the PS4 Pro and Xbox One X selling right now?
Yeah, like they're doing it now, like a stronger version.
They're not selling well, though. Like, you understand that, right? The PS4 Pro and Xbox One X aren't selling all that well right now. The original Xbox One, the Xbox One S, they're selling really well, but the stronger consoles aren't. So that's what I'm saying. Like, if Nintendo's looking at that, you gotta think about it. These companies look at other companies, right? They're looking, they're saying, okay, this doesn't work for Sega, and right now it's not working for Sony or Microsoft either, because their more powerful offerings aren't selling all that well as far as, opposed to the base models. Why would we? And the thing is, and another thing with that, DC, the PS4 Pro is not running games significantly better than PS4. Like a game, that's 1080p 30. Hold on, Disuko. Game on that's on the original PS4 that's running at 1080p 30 only runs at 4P 30 on a PS4 Pro. It doesn't go to 60. Like, same thing with Xbox One X. Was it I forget that. It's a game I didn't like. A Destiny.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same resolution.
X runs at 30.
Your price.
Yo, Destiny 2 on Xbox One X runs at 30 frames per second, not 60, but 30. It could hit 60. The developer said it could, but because Microsoft didn't want to alienate the fan base, they had the same exact frame rate. It's just at 4K resolution. So
here's my rebuttal to that.
That's what I'm saying. If Nintendo made a variant of the Switch and said, oh, this is 1080p 60 versus sub 720p sub 30, why would you want to buy the weaker version? You just be shooting the people who have less money in the foot. Like, you be shooting yourself. You just.
Okay, but I was just trying to say this. Like, one, Xbox One has kind of bit themselves in the foot because of the $500 price tag. PlayStation 4 Pro kind of bit themselves in the foot because it wasn't advertising what they was going for. It was the fact that it was like, hey, like, we're a slightly powerful version, and then we're just gonna we're gonna hit 4K, but not really 4K. They didn't advertise what they was going for. And then for the Switch, I understand. There's that famous to be like, oh, I want to buy the cheaper version, even though I'm gonna have less of games. What I'm also trying to say is, I wanted some multiplex can come to the Switch at an entry point. And even though you said that the Switch now can do that, I'm saying it can, but it wouldn't look good. It wouldn't be at a good optimal level.
Yeah.
And I was like, even if you make two versions, all it needs to do is make it to where it's like an entry point, so it won't alienate the fan base. That's what the Xbox One and Xbox One S and PS4 Pro, PS4 is doing. Like, they're not getting rid of their audience with the upgraded systems, but they're just making it to an entry point. So like, no matter what version you have, you can still play it. It's just each version just looks better and it gets better. That's what I'm trying to say.
DC, but I don't think you understand what I was trying to say with that is you're saying the multiplayers, but I'm saying you're saying you want a game, you want it so they can release games that can run like Xbox One, right? That's what you're saying.
I said I want.
I mean that's what you said, right?
Yeah, I get your point too.
I'm pretty. That's what I'm trying to say. I said
I
want to release games on the Switch at least like multiplats and stuff. Like Xbox can come to it.
Yeah. Doom on Xbox One runs at 1080p 60. It on a Switch runs at sub 720p sub 30. If Nintendo were to release a stronger Switch, they'd have two things they could do. They could either release it at 1080p 60, their fan base, or they could just release it at 1080p sub 30, which you run into the same problem of the frame rate's garbage. So I mean, I paid for a stronger console if better, and if it's running the game better, why would I want to get a weaker console? And like the people who bought the weaker consoles, like, well, I have a weaker console, but it's not running this game like at all, like sub 720p, sub 30. That's barely optimal. That's not barely optimal. That's not optimal.
So you're pretty much asking me like, why would I buy the strong? Why would I buy the weaker system if there's a strong system out there?
And it's running significantly better.
And I'm gonna just say price point. Strong,
but I mean the price point is somewhere close to 500.
Somewhere close to 500. The Switch is selling at 200. I would say more close to 400.
If they had a Switch that was handheld, this is still you can take it out everywhere you go. They'd have to increase they have to make this, because like I said, to make it more powerful and everything, they have to put more stuff in it, and then
more storage power.
Then like what would that cost more money? So that's and that raise the price. Then on top of that, you have to look at, would the undocked still be 720p, or because the dock can hit 1080p native, would the undocked be doing something a little different, or would they have another LCD kind of screen on there so that it could hit 720p native and not hit sub 720p at some points? It's like it gets.
I see what you're saying.
That'd be so much more money. So all in all, that'd probably be like 500 versus Switch 300. It was like for $200 more, I get significantly more powerful console. But a lot of people don't have the $500 to buy. $300 was the sweet point.
I wouldn't say it would be like a good 500. That's the thing I'm trying to say. It would probably be like around 400, because the only thing that's pretty much increasing the price point is the docking station, and I don't think they'll actually do anything to that docking station. Matter of fact, I would, if I know Nintendo, which we kind of do, we know they will sell a higher system without the docking station or the charger, because that's a complete dumbass is what they do. They'll sell it without all that for like 400. They'll do they'll cut corners to cut prices.
Yeah, I understand, but they're selling the Switch at. But hear me out. They're selling the Switch at 400. A dock, if you want to, play on TV as well, which most people do, a docking station costs $90. So that's $490 right there. That's about $500. So we go back to what I was saying about they'd be selling it pretty much at 400. So it's just that.
Let me ask you something. I'm sorry to cut you off, but let me ask you something. When the Switch first came out and it was hard to get, and they was releasing it in bundles because that's the only thing you price, how much was the bundles? The bundles went pretty much up from 300 to 400 to 500, and people still bought the 500 bundles.
Dude, that was actually false. People weren't buying 500 bundles because GameStop were the only ones selling the 500 bundles, and GameStop were selling those with games.
Exactly.
The $300 Switch, DC, $300 Switch is not selling with no game. There's no game with it. You pay $300 You get purely the console. You pay $60 for getting more for cheaper. So with
console needs the game.
Bundles, they're selling 3 to 4 games with the console. So it was like, well, I'd be spending about that much money getting console and games anyway. So that's why people were paying $dollars for it. They're like, I get this in 3 games. 3 games will cost about 3 or 4 games. You know, like you got 4 games. That's 60 times 4. That's two. Was it that? I can't do math right now. Was 240? Whatever. That's $240 plus 300.
Yeah, 240.
I'd be paying that much
just from the console alone.
Hang on, Menos. Actually, you're kind of wrong because I was talking about the time when they ran out of stock. When they ran out of stock.
GameStop. Yeah. I know what you're talking about. GameStop was selling those with games.
Yes,
GameStop was selling those with games.
Yes, I'm trying to tell you that people will buy a bundle for $500, and people will and Nintendo will compromise less for less than that. The whole thing I was trying to tell you about is, yes, they will compromise, it will lower the price down to $400. And you talking about, yes, but when they bundle the dock and everything, they will cost more. I'm trying to tell you, yes, people will still buy it because the thing was they bundle it with the games and people will still buying it. The fact of the matter is, people will buy it later on, or people will buy it then if they have the money. People will buy it no matter what.
DC, no one's gonna spend $500 for a console and not have a game on it. No one.
That's why
the Xbox One X is not selling.
Xbox One. Explain Xbox One X. Even though it's not selling good, it did sell a couple of units.
Yeah, but it's not selling well. DC. The Wii U sold. Not well, but the Wii U sold.
Because Wii U didn't sell any good because it didn't have the game.
No, DC, you're not understanding the point I'm trying to make. You're making your point, but you're not hearing the other points. When GameStop was selling those bundles, when Switch sold out, GameStop sold those bundles for like 2 months, they were selling them with 3 to 4 titles. A $300 console with 3 to 4 titles. That was it. Were getting games along with their console. If Nintendo was selling a $400 Switch that was stronger than the $300 variant, they weren't selling with a dock or anything. It was just the console itself, no charger, just the console itself for $400. If people want to get a dock with it, they have to pay $90. They want to get a game that's $60. People will not do that. They will not do that. Because they have not done that. They're not doing that with Xbox One X. And Xbox One X actually is $500 and it comes with a game. I mean, that's what I'm saying is no company has that staying power. The same thing with Sony with PS3 when it came out at $600. People will not pay that much money and not get a game with their console. That's just plain and simple. Now, if you told me Nintendo were to release a more powerful Switch at $400 and release 1 or 2 games with it, along with the dock and stuff, and they sold it at a loss, then yeah, I can see people doing that because, they're saving money. But if people feel like they'll be worse off buying this variant, they will not do it. And the consumer has showed that through all the console generations. They showed that with the Atari Jaguar. They showed that with the, what was that console that came out around the same time as the N64 and stuff? I mean, they did that with Sega Saturn. They did that with the Sega Dreamcast. They did that with the I can't remember some of these consoles at this point. They did that with the PS3. They did that. They're doing that with Xbox One X. The consumer generation has continuously shown they're not going to pay for this premium style console with no games. I mean, they continuously showed that. I mean, this is not something I believe. This is something that's been shown. If you're selling a console, a $300 console, and you have 3 to 4 games, 3 to 4 games plus 300 would be like, that'd be like 540 or whatever, something like that. So they're like, oh, I'm buying this, I'm saving $40. Yeah, they'll buy that because they're getting off better than they would buying all that separately. That's all I'm saying about that. The consumer will not sit here and pay $400, then go back and say, oh, let me pay $90. Oh, let me pay $60. Oh, I want to sell the game, let me pay another 60. Oh, I want to sell the game, let me pay another 60. Oh, I want a charger, let me pay 30. No, they're not going to do that. You cannot convince me that they are going to do that because they haven't yet. Until the consumer has that kind of money is doing that, I don't see that happening.
And my point, what I'm trying to make is, I'm trying to tell you that consumers would pay for a stronger version if I'm trying to say only if they see more value into the stronger version than into the weaker version. I'm trying to say is people would buy the stronger version if they see the games are there. People wouldn't buy the stronger version. Like, people will consider the weaker version. If the games was there and it's not that impressive, but it's there and it gets the job done. And you pretty much made my point earlier. I'm trying to say is, yes, Nintendo will cut corners and pretty much make a $400 stronger version if there was, if the games was there. Like, if they were selling at a loss and if it was compromised. And I'm trying to convince you that people will buy the stronger version if they have the option to. If people was consider like a weaker version and a stronger version option, people will buy. People will go and buy each, like, the better version than the normal version. But of course, it's going to be ludicrous price because they're going to have to put stronger and better hardware in it. But if you would think about it, people will opt to the weaker version if they didn't have any money for the stronger version. But you also got to understand that if people see that the games are there and they're looking better, then people are going to be like, oh man, I kind of want that, that 400 stronger version. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take back it and, pay a little bit of money for the stronger version. Because you got to also understand is that people bought the bundles. People bought the ludicrous games at first.
Okay.
And,
DC, I want to what you just said. People bought the bundles, right?
Yeah.
What do bundles come with?
Can I finish my
console and at least one game?
No, because DC, the thing is, what I'm trying to get you to understand is what you said versus what I said are two different things. You said if the games are there, people won't buy it. But if Nintendo releases a $400 console with no games, it's not bundled with any games at all, which is what you initially said. They're not releasing games with it at all. Like, you have to buy the game separately. You have to buy dock separately. You'd be spending upwards of $700 for everything. No one would spend that much money.
And can I finish my point?
It wouldn't sell.
Can I finish my point here?
It'd be you all over again if that happened.
I'm trying to tell you that you say no one will pay for it. I'm telling you people would buy it. I'm not saying it will be a lot.
Not enough people for it to sell. But not enough people for it. Well worth it.
But that's the thing. They'll release a weaker version for other people who wants to buy it. I'm trying to tell you that I'm trying to say that
DC, they would make this console and not sell it. They would not be making money.
They would be making money.
When they first released the Switch, they're not selling at a loss. They're not trying to lose out on money. They would not. This version, I know you would like it. You say a few people buy it, but not enough people buy it for Nintendo to look at it as a worthwhile investment, because it would not be one. You would want one, and a few people want one, but at the end of the day, it might be just 1 million people who buy it, and that's not enough to to not say, oh, I did not sell at loss. I mean, that's just it. I mean, you're gonna be selling in the first place, and then not enough people want to buy that. You might buy it. A few other people might buy it, but not enough. And once
it depends on the resources between the Switch, honestly, for it to be sold at the loss. But I'm trying to tell you this: if it was selling at $400, just to Switch alone, and pretty much I think it would sell, and that's my opinion. I think it would sell, and the lesser version, I think it would sell more than the pretty much overpriced version, to be honest. I think sooner or later, when there's release more games on it, people might opt to a more expensive version, and that's just about choice. If it's because Nintendo products, like, they have sold at ludicrous prices, and in known fact, people have bought it at ludicrous prices, except for the Virtual Boy, because that was, it's been proven fact that nobody's going to buy the Virtual Boy at any price. But hey, that's just our opinion.
I mean, like I said, I just go based off of the trends of gaming. Like, I look at the facts, and the facts of the trends of gaming tell me it wouldn't sell. I mean, there's nothing that happened in gaming that makes me believe it would sell. I mean, that's just. I mean, the gaming trends have shown me it's not. I mean, that's just it. I mean, I can only go off what I've seen. I have not seen this business plan ever work. Ever. I've never seen it work. So I have no reason to believe it would.
I thought it wouldn't work possibly either until I saw the Xbox One versus PS4 launch, and then I also saw the potential of the what they did last generation. That's what I'm using my reference of last generation, the beginning of this generation.
I mean, as you know, last generation of PS3 wasn't selling at first because it was $600. It down to $350 before it started selling.
I know, but when they started making better versions of the consoles, when they started making better versions of the consoles than the previous.
Yeah, but they make a stronger PS3. The PS3 that they released later on, that was $350, actually was weaker than the $600 variant. It's just no one bought the $600 variant, so they had to sell the $350 variant, and it sold way better, and Sony made more money.
Yeah, I mean, when the price went down, and then they made another model variant, people hopped over to another model variant.
The other model variant was cheaper, not more expensive.
Yeah,
it was a lot more cheaper.
Which would be more expensive. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not like, oh, we have this $300 model. This is a $150 model. That's different. But no, we have a $300 model. We have a $400 model. And the $400 model doesn't come with anything. It's like, why would I buy that? And like, trends of gaming have not showed me people would buy that. I mean, I could screen share and show you the trends of gaming right now. I mean, and the trends of gaming have never showed that this would happen. I mean, the consumer has since gaming became like really big in the 90s, the consumer has always showed that if there's look with the SNK consoles, SNK consoles are powerful than Nintendo and Sega consoles. They didn't sell as well. Why? Because they're more expensive. SNK did exactly what you said that Nintendo should do. They had a more powerful version of the console, more expensive. I mean, the console itself was expensive, so I didn't help it. But they had more powerful more powerful version of the console. It was more expensive and ran the games significantly better. No one bought that either. It sold even worse than the base model. Sega's done that. And then, like I say, even with Sony PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 4 Pro.
I'd say a few people bought it, but I wouldn't say nobody bought it. No, I'm just saying there's.
I mean, when I say nobody bought it, I mean like nobody's substantial. I mean, it's at the end of its lifespan, it sold 100,000 SNK thing. 100,000. That's nothing. You didn't crack 1 million. So I mean, that's what I'm saying is the trend.
Yeah, some consoles did worse than that. You know, some consoles did worse.
Yeah, some consoles did worse than that. But I mean, I said the trend of gaming has shown us that these models they don't work. The companies when Sony and Microsoft released these PlayStation 4 Pro and Xbox One X. Honestly, I feel like Sony released PlayStation 4 Pro because they knew Xbox was releasing the Xbox One X. If we're being honest.
Because wait, hang on. Let me
hold on a second. Someone needs me for something.
All right.
Understood.
But hang on. Like the point I'm trying to make to him is, I think they can make a profit because they're making an option if you want that version or not. That's what I'm trying to pretty much base my point around. Because it's been shown time and time again, if you give people an option, they will go for a cheaper version. But if they do have an option to upgrade, people will upgrade for a better version if they see value, if they see more value, more games coming to the platform. That's what I'm trying. Yeah, that's the point I'm trying to make.
Yeah, that shouldn't include the performance of either version as well. For example, one may have far bigger space than the other one in case of those that are.
What about
their games?
These people about to drop me crazy. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, what were y'all saying?
I was just trying to tell you the point I'm trying to make to you is you're saying it's not going to say at launch. Like honestly, I'm not trying to depend it on launch. Like the other console of the old generation, I'm trying to say there's an audience if they're looking to upgrade their stuff. Like
there's an audience, but what I'm trying to say is, I understand what you're saying, DC. There is an audience. I'm never gonna say there's not. There's an audience for everything. I could put crap in a jar, and there'd be an audience for that. There wouldn't be a big enough audience. There wouldn't be a big enough audience to make that profitable. That's what I'm saying. Is at the end of the day, Nintendo's trying to be profitable. Because remember, Sony and Microsoft, they can do this because they do other things than gaming. Nintendo, that's why Nintendo's trying to branch out. Nintendo only does gaming right now, and a few toys, but mostly gaming. So they're trying to
Sony does gaming too,
that are profitable. They're trying to make this stuff profitable, and they're not going to release a model that has shown ever since the 90s, like that's 20 plus years back, right? This has shown to not be effective. Yes, people bought it, but not enough people to make it profitable. They've seen that. They're seeing it now with Xbox One X, PlayStation 4 Pro. Do you know those consoles are actually losing Microsoft and Sony money? Microsoft, Sony are losing money off those consoles. Like Sony's only making $24 off of every PlayStation 4 they sell, the base PlayStation 4. They're losing money off the Pro, but they're still selling because
you also got to remember.
Saying they're not trying. No, let me finish the point I'm making.
Did not make me finish.
Hey, listen. I mean, I'll let you finish, but you said the same thing. I was saying, like you said, the thing is, you keep saying this. You keep saying there's audience. Where there's a big audience, there's still an audience. I'm saying, I'm not doubting there's audience. There's an audience. There's always an audience. Like I said, crap in a jar. I give an audience for that. There's always gonna be an audience for something. But as a company, you have to look at, is it profitable? And if 20 plus
myself again. One moment.
It's not profitable, why would you do it? That's what I'm saying is, if you've seen since 1992 that this model was not profitable, and you're seeing even now in 2018 this model is not profitable, and you're saying you're trying to sell this thing at a profit, why on earth would you sell something at a loss?
I'm just because my point was like saying that if people were coming out with a weaker version and a stronger version, and people are opting for the weaker version, and they see that the games are there, then there's a choice of them to upgrade. Then they can pretty much upgrade their system, and maybe that loss would turn into a win. Because you said that a PS Pro, a PS Pro and the Xbox One X, you said they're losing money because even though they're the stronger version, but you're forgetting one factor to that. What about the PlayStation 4 Slim, and the Xbox One?
That's not a stronger version, though.
Actually, it is stronger than the base model of the Xbox One and the PS4.
So games are running at 1080p. No, think about it. The games are running at 1080p on the PS4. Games are running 1080p on Xbox One. Are they running at like 4K 60 on a PS4 Slim and Xbox One S?
But that's the thing. I'm not talking about a 4K because the resources for 4K is expensive.
But DC, that's what you just said. You said they should release a.
I said no. Here's what I said.
Run 1080p rather than 720p. You just said that, DC.
I said a little bit more stronger version. A little bit more stronger version than the base model. So
no, you said a Switch that can run stuff the same way as the Xbox One. Did you not? Yes or no on that?
Yes, Xbox One.
Yes. The Xbox One is significantly more powerful than the Switch. The Xbox One is significantly more powerful than the Switch. If they released a Switch variant that was as powerful as that console, it would be significantly more expensive than initial Switch. They would have to sell that at a loss just to get it off the shelves. They're not trying to sell at a loss. They said that.
Guys,
to now prove it's not profitable.
Not Xbox One X. The resources around to get the technology around 1080p is a little bit cheaper nowadays.
No, because remember they're using the Tegra. They have a deal with NVIDIA. They have to use the Tegra X2. The Tegra X2 itself. Let me look at the price for you so that you can get what I'm trying to say with this. The Tegra X2 chipset price. We're gonna end this little debate right here, right now.
I'm
a look at.
We're going in circles here.
Yeah, because we're going in circles. I'm saying something I don't think you're understanding. You're saying something that you feel like I'm not understanding. Okay, the Tegra X2 chipset itself, just the chipset itself, $250, right?
Yeah.
The Switch is $300. Think of that. with the custom.
Actually, it's either 300 without
X1.
It's actually 300 without the charger, and 200 without the charger, 300 with the charger. Trying to think, but
200. So 200 without the charger and stuff. So if you don't have a charger or the dock or something, let's say $200, right?
Mm-hmm.
X2 chip is more powerful than the Switch. Without those fixings. So if they released one with the fixings, so that's $250 just for the chip itself, right, DC? And then
what does the Xbox have? Xbox One have? Do they have the X1 or the X2?
No, it doesn't have NVIDIA. It has the AMD.
AMD.
Nintendo has this deal with NVIDIA. So if they made a more powerful Switch, it would have NVIDIA Tegra in it. It wouldn't have anything from AMD because that's the competition. So we can throw AMD out right there. It wouldn't have AMD. It would have Tegra. So Tegra X2 is the more powerful chipset to the X1. So that's 250 right there. And then the LCD screen and stuff on the Switch, I actually have no idea how much that is, but one of the analysts estimated that's about $75. So I'm not sure if that's true, but let's just say $75. So 250 plus 75. Let me get actually, because
with the dock and the charger, it wouldn't be 300.
Okay,
it would pretty much hit the barrier around 400.
So let's see. No. Let's do this math. Because we're gonna just end 75. So that's 325 right there. Plus, it's gonna have higher storage, you say, because 32 gigabytes is just not gonna do it for 1080p native. So, let's say a terabyte, right?
No.
So that's about another 100.
No, for the storage. I said,
right there for storage alone. For storage alone, that's about 100. So they're at $425 already, and this is without the dock yet. And then we got to add something else. We're adding the near field communication thing. I forget what it's NFC chip. That's Nintendo actually released something on that, and that is actually $52, roughly US dollars, because they said something in yen. So that's roughly $52 US. So that's 425 plus. So that's $477 right there, right? This is without the dock yet, or the charger. So this is just the Switch itself, $477, and then plus any of the other minuscule stuff in there. I'm not sure how much the other stuff costs. So let's just guesstimate and say that's about $70. Sound good to you? Just guesstimate.
What you do for the storage? That's what I want to know.
Well, the storage, I said a terabyte.
I don't think they will put a terabyte in this system. I'm sorry. Even with an upgraded system, I still don't think they'll put a fucking terabyte in that shit. It's Nintendo.
Okay, so how much do you think they put in there?
How much they put in that Switch?
32.
They'll at least put like 64. That's what I'm thinking.
So 64. We can lower that to 50.
I know everybody's saying it would still be a lot, but not much. But come on, it's Nintendo. I still think they want.
But yeah, so DC, that brings up another thing. If these games are hitting 1080p native, they're gonna take more space. Then you're gonna need to buy a hard drive for it.
Mm-hmm. And you're gonna need to buy more stuff with it because it's still Nintendo.
Then you gotta have to buy some more stuff with it. So you see where I'm getting at with this is people be paying too much money to want to buy that, and it wouldn't be profitable. See, I mean, you keep giving me reasons why it wouldn't be profitable. I haven't got one reason why Nintendo would release it. Like I have yet to get a good.
And I'm trying to tell you, if there's a weaker version, people will opt for the weaker version with cheaper price. But if people can, if people see the games and it looks better, if it runs better, and more come, and they see a value in this thing, people will opt to a better version, and it can.
Yeah, but wouldn't those people be pro gamers?
Because games will pretty much, if they see the games run better, they'll run to it. I'm telling you.
But people have not done that yet. Like the trends of gaming, people have not done that.
Like at at a better price, yeah, they would. And I'm trying to say
I'm
it's
saying
like
because
200 more.
because the more powerful Switch would essentially be more expensive than a base PS4 and not even be more powerful than it. And then you're telling me that it's gonna have no storage, and then it's gonna have no. Then like it's gonna. Then on top of that, Nintendo alienate their fan base. Sony and Microsoft did not alienate their fan base with Xbox One X and PS4 Pro. Nintendo did what you said they should do with the Switch. They will alienate the fan base. So they have already lost some profits that they were made off the weaker variant just because they feel like they're getting alienated because there's that stronger variant that plays games significantly better, not just like, oh, it plays at 1080p 30 rather than 720p 30. No, it's playing at 1080p 60 versus sub 720p sub 30. So
I said at an entry level, so it might be around there. So at an
DC, I think you're living in a dreamland right now with this whole people will buy like no one's gonna buy that. No one's gonna buy that.
I agree.
DC.
No one's gonna buy that at all.
Like I
Like
said, I feel like
at most it maybe a million.
I said
It
people would buy
wouldn't be
that. I'm
profitable.
just saying. But if you think I'm right, or if you think Epic's right, then put it down in the comments below. Make sure you stay tuned. Put down in the comments below.
Wouldn't a pro player be buying the most powerful console besides everyone else?
Yeah, maybe not.
Maybe not. Because I mean, Diago's a pro player in PS, and like he only has a regular PS4. He didn't buy a pro. Neither did Infiltration. Or
I mean, I guess if you're like super serious about
or
gaming
PR Balrog.
if you're super serious about gaming and everything, you're most likely to buy like what DC said, the best one out there, like an Xbox One X and all that.
Not necessarily because
I'm not saying like you're guaranteed.
People haven't.
Yeah, I didn't mean like guaranteed to do it. Like that, it's a like a chance you might buy it.
Well, no, the only people who buy those are people who are like the serious techies. Most people buying Xbox One X are techies. Most people buy PS4 Pro are techies. Because like I said, even with the tournaments you go to, like I went to a few Street Fighter 5 tournaments, they don't use a Pro. They use a base PS4. I mean, it's just kind of that kind of thing. Same thing with Xbox One. When you're playing Madden and stuff in the tournaments, you're not playing on Xbox One X. You're playing on Xbox One. The venue doesn't have the X. So it's just like I don't know. People aren't buying these.
It's pretty much like a minority and a majority type of thing. Like if the money is cheap enough, and it's like if the money's cheap enough and it's there, people will buy it. If it's too expensive, ain't nobody gonna buy that shit.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm saying about that whole whole Switch thing. That'd be too expensive for anyone to want to buy. Like you'd buy it.
And I'm just trying to say, people, if it's cheap enough, like people will buy the cheaper version, but if they see a value in it, then people will upgrade to a value version. And Epic's trying to say, if that was the case, they, because when the first console releases, they selling at a loss anyway. So when the console release, ain't nobody gonna buy the most expensive stuff. Everybody's gonna buy the most, the cheapest stuff until they see a value in it. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm listening to what you're saying, and the most hardworking tech and the resources stuff, because they're using a different type of chip, different type of chip model and stuff for the most expensive version. It's gonna be like seriously expensive that nobody's gonna buy it. And I'm just trying to say, like, they ain't gonna buy it at launch, but if they see like a value in it, and if they want to upgrade, it's there for them to upgrade.
Yeah, I mean, I understand you're saying give them more options, but I'm saying why would Nintendo see value in that if they don't think they're gonna sell? Because they're not. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Is like Nintendo themselves would never do that because they're not gonna sell. Nintendo has always been can we sell? I mean,
to be honest, of course, Nintendo is never gonna do that.
Yeah.
Nintendo's always about fun over expensive models. Just look at the game. Just look at the GameCube compared to the PS2. When when the GameCube was like more technically advanced than the PS2, but then after that era, when they, because the GameCube pretty much was a failure, and then after, when they released the Wii wasn't as powerful as the Xbox 360 and PS3. They made like a shit ton of money because the games was there. It's all about the games. If the game's not there, then nobody's gonna buy it. If the game's there, then people are gonna buy it. By the way, this is all have been a promo the reason why nobody want to buy the most expensive system. Thanks for listening.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we spent way more time on that topic than I feel like we should have.
Yeah, should we say this debate till after the podcast was done? Or I
just want to try to see. I just want because the thing is, what
quite a while.
I've heard a few other people say, and like I said, I and a lot of other people, like a lot of analysts, like Michael Pachter and stuff, have been saying this wouldn't make sense for Nintendo to do because it wouldn't. That's what I'm. So I just want to get that out because I know there's a few people out there who feel like that, but I'm like, you gotta remember you're the minority and you're trying to sell to them.
Like, yeah, it's been I've been hearing a lot of websites. It's been a debatable topic, and I'm trying to please the side of pretty much like how they can sell it at a loss, but also you gotta also think about how much resources going in, how much resources are going into their product and how much they're going to be selling it, because they could be like I'm trying to remember the Xbox 360 special edition. Was it Gears?
Gears of War?
Yeah, they sold the Xbox special Xbox 360 Gears of War bundle, and they knew they were selling that at a loss, but they sold like a shit ton of models, and it sold out instantly. So
but that wasn't more powerful than the original 360.
It's a more type of techie type of thing. Like, it's there if people want it. That's pretty much
like what. Like was it more powerful? Or
no, it wasn't more. It was as powerful as regular 360. It just was Gears of War. It had this design. It looked cool. It looked cool. It looked cool.
They got a remaster.
It looked cool, but it still wasn't a more. It wasn't a more powerful model.
Yeah, it looked cool, and it had a game.
I feel like DC knows what he's saying, but the examples he's given aren't good examples to what he's trying to say.
So he knows what he's saying.
But of course, he hasn't researched his topic, so it is what it is. If he had a more time, research everything.
I'm trying to be. I'm trying to appease that side that's saying that people would buy, offer for a better model if the games were there.
What?
That's what I'm trying to say. People will go for a better model if the games were there. People wouldn't if the games wasn't there.
I mean, they'll probably rent it out to see how it is.
Yeah, could do that.
It's almost like they rent it out then.
But more than either they'll rent it out, either they'll rent it or they'll buy the system or they'll buy the system for like a weekend and just take it back.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. It's just
also,
for a second you cut out.
Reviewing consoles also people that have been reviewing consoles can also determine between the versions.
Oh yeah, people review consoles. They usually don't buy consoles. They have the console sent to them, because they're sponsored with some company, and it's like, oh, review the Xbox One X and see what it has better than Xbox One. It's like, oh, okay. I mean, they usually don't buy the consoles themselves. Usually, sometimes they do.
Yeah,
but
because you gotta understand, when consoles first launch, they're already selling at a loss because we don't know what games are coming to there, so they don't know how much units gonna sell. But when they started, pretty much presenting a lot more games and stuff, then people are going to pretty much try it out, and if they want a better version, then it's there if they want one.
I hope in the future they don't make the consoles too similar to PS4 and Xbox One, because those consoles are similar in many ways.
When more technology starts to upgrade, we're gonna start seeing technological. I can't speak today.
Technological changes. Is that what you're going to say?
Yeah, we're gonna get more advancements. Like, everybody's already speculating how much the next consoles are gonna be, and everybody's thinking about it's gonna be like $500.
Well, the next console is probably gonna be like $450 to $500, but the next console is probably only gonna be it might be 4K native, and then the next leap in graphics will be CGI, but that's not gonna happen to another, I'll say, 10 years maybe. I don't know.
But that's the thing. It's like, it's gonna have Ryzen. Is it Ryzen?
Wait, what?
They're gonna have Ryzen chips in there. That's what I heard the PlayStation 5 is gonna have in there. Ryzen chips.
Okay.
Right.
You said Ray, and then you stopped. and it sounded like you put a P.
The thing. Sorry, the thing that's going out. I'm trying to say Ryzen, the Ryzen chips.
Okay.
The high-end Ryzen chips.
Oh,
Not the high-end, but I think the 5th series.
Oh yeah. I hope Nintendo's Nvidia, because I think Nvidia makes pretty good. I mean, this is sort of biased because I person like Nvidia. Like I think GeForce GTX is better than what AMD has out right now. I think Nvidia makes better and more efficient graphics cards than AMD. So I'd kind of like to stick with Nvidia and just get a more powerful Nvidia console. That's just me.
Excuse me.
But Nvidia's graphics cards are expensive. That's one thing AMD has on them. AMD is cheaper than Nvidia because Nvidia's graphics cards are expensive.
Expensive.
Yeah, they are not cheap graphics cards. They're very efficient and very good. They are not very cheap.
Actually, they was built to last. Actually,
they're built to last. So, I mean, it's well worth the money, but I mean, it's still a lot of money.
But anyway, what's you know the chips that are in the Xbox One and the PS4 at launch are dog shit, right?
Yeah.
They're terrible.
Those are low end AMDs, but I mean, they do some things with them that are pretty cool. So I give them that.
Yeah, if we ever did, like, if they ever decided to put chips that's way powerful than the chipset now. By the way, the PS3 chipset is better than the PS4's, which kind of still blows my mind to this day.
Yeah, it just didn't have the GPU to play the games at that high level.
GPU.
To back it up. Like, that's weird. When they was selling that thing at $500, and it was like, yeah, we have the powerfulest console ever built. I was like, yeah, but when I looked at that GPU, didn't it start like at 2 point something gigahertz and only clocked at like 3 point something?
Yeah, it needed some. It needed to go way higher to be able to use that chipset to its fullest.
Is it CPU or GPU?
GPU.
Okay.
The GPU was dog shit.
CPU and GPU are two different things.
Okay, I never heard. Okay, that's the first time I've heard GPU ever.
You never heard GPU?
No.
But
yeah, CPU is central processing unit. GPU is graphics processing unit.
Okay.
Just
a little trivia there for you.
Just one thing y'all need to know: Nintendo would never update their graphics or anything like that. Nintendo always take the cheapest route because they can make sure that one thing. They know that if their games are fun, people will stay. That's Nintendo's policy. The games are fun, people will stay.
Nintendo was family friendly.
Up until here.
And it's not the fact they're not family friendly. It's the fact that, we wanted games. They're giving us what we want. So,
yeah.
Can't really be mad on that.
They also I see that's why they're giving us thickness in their games.
Oh, there was a YouTuber who was talking about this particular game coming to a Switch in Japan. It's like this Japanese porn star. You get to like or something like that in the game.
Oh yeah, that one.
And he's talking about that's bad for the kids. But I'm like, don't let them buy the game. Man. I don't understand that. Don't let them buy the game.
What was the game?
I'm not getting into this argument. I'm done arguing.
No idea what
that. I'm done.
What is it? I'm so epic. Did you just say a game about a
various
porn star?
Yes. There's a game coming to Nintendo Switch in Japan. You're talking to in this Japanese porn star.
I've heard enough. Only in Japan.
Go on.
See, Epic. How can I argue about this with you? Like, if I were to argue, I'm gonna take your side in a heartbeat on this topic because it's like because I want to argue about pretty much parents in video games versus parents and stuff. But bro, if you're a parent and you're on the kid platform, just don't let your kid play the game or buy it for them. Tell them no. How hard is it for that? I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Parents they don't want to pay attention.
Yeah, here she is.
There's also blocking systems. There's also blocking systems
She's
about
cute
too.
She looks similar to Bayonetta.
Yeah, she actually cosplayed Bayonetta before. We're going off that.
Oh my god!
You better get us back.
Yeah,
I love that, man. That I scrolled down and
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Pretty intense.
Go ahead and send me that website.
Bro, Suko, now you're scaring me now, bro.
I'm not linking that in the description, everyone. I am not. But
look it up yourselves. Look it up yourselves. Make sure you have no lotion or anything next to you.
I was just trying to make a quick joke.
And the Switch is not region locked, so all you guys out there that want it, go ahead get a Japanese eShop account and buy it.
No, just move to Japan. It's easier and it's illegal.
Yeah, so this is that game. So
look at her work.
I did have a question. Is she really a porn star? Is she really?
Yes.
Yes, she is.
Okay.
Yes, she is.
Okay, that's all I need to know.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm surprised she got.
I'm not gonna tell you her name because I'm not gonna let you look her up.
I was surprised she got a game.
Yeah.
I was surprised to hear that.
I mean, this is not the first time a porn star has gotten a game.
I mean, yeah, it's not the first time, but this is the second time.
Because on PS3, a porn star got a game. But I mean, that's Japan.
One throw games. Games has one too.
Yeah, so I mean,
Saints Row 2, that DLC.
Yeah, so I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I don't really care. I mean, but like I said, the YouTuber's getting mad. He's like, Nintendo needs to fix this. I'm like, they don't need to fix nothing. This is a game that you don't want a kid getting it. Don't let a kid get it.
Why are you getting mad about this?
Because it's common sense. If you don't want your child to play the game, you don't fucking buy him the game.
Or don't let him get the game.
Robot.
Or block
you go to buy the game. Like the people at the counter will tell you straight up. They'll tell you about it. Like, you sure you want your kid playing this?
Zuko, mute yourself and unmute yourself real quick.
This is exactly why the ESRB exists.
Actually, Suko was sounding fine. Are you good on your end?
No, you sound like a robot too. You sounded like a robot while I was listening to the podcast itself. Like I muted myself so I could listen to the podcast, and like you all like you and Suko would sound.
Oh my god, I'm done with Google Hangouts.
I know I'm good.
Do I sound okay?
All those times I muted myself was for family crap.
Like y'all all, like, we're inside the group Hangouts. Like people on YouTube, we're inside of the Hangouts. We all sound fine to each other, but remember, Epic is pretty much, he's looking in on the podcast on the YouTube side, and he said we all sound like robots, which is weird because we all sound fine on our end. It's time for us to stop using Google Hangouts.
It's just weird. I just said, what? I was like, I don't know what's going on. Like, I'm just like, this is what the viewers are hearing, so I know it's jarring.
The thing everybody has to know is if you have kids, monitor your kids. If you don't want them to play it, then don't let them play it.
Don't go blaming everyone else for bringing these games into our country. You're the one letting the kids buy it.
Yeah, I mean,
exactly.
yeah,
don't be Trump.
Listen, more games is always good. If people want to play this simulator game where you get to talk and you get to date and stuff, this particular actress,
I'm pretty sure
do that.
You tell your husband to go take the game away from him. You go tell your husband to take the game away from him. He goes take it away. I'm pretty sure he's gonna save it for later.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't know. It's
Don't silence me.
No, it's good. It's just if you don't want them playing the game, don't let them play the game. I mean, I don't understand how people can make a big fuss about that. I don't understand. It's just
what's the point in arguing about this? Why?
I don't know. This YouTuber just got mad. I mean, he was like, Nintendo needs to fix it. I'm like, that's not Nintendo's fault. I mean, it's like,
they put a game on a platform.
He remembers a simpler time when Nintendo wasn't into adult games and everything. He remembers a simpler time.
No, it's funny. Back in the Wii U, everyone called Nintendo Kitty Console, but now they're getting mad at all these mature games coming to the Switch. I just don't understand. I don't understand where we're going right now with these. But
oh yeah, can we just get a No More Heroes? You know, a No More Heroes port, the 1 and 2 video game. Just
so you
like,
want
on
a
the Switch?
normal
I would love
Nintendo
that.
RPG with no
Yes.
women dressed.
So you want both No More Heroes
Xenoverse
games
clothing.
remastered for the Switch?
No, I want a No More Hero port.
Idea.
We got Travis Strikes Again coming, and I'm happy for that.
I want a No More Hero port.
Oh my god!
Play it.
And the pretty much panic button, Big Rib. I don't give a fuck who you are. Please don't do the port.
Please don't do the ports. And I know people are gonna be mad at me saying that, but I'm sorry. If you can't port a game well, just don't port it at all. I'm gonna keep saying that, and I'm gonna keep getting hate because hey, you guys are welcome to DM me, DMDC, DM Menos.
Yeah.
Don't DM Super. He never checks.
Why not?
Because he never checks his DMs. But whatever.
Because they're not important enough.
We are. Go ahead.
There was a very good-looking lady that was on Supra's DMs, and he never replied, so she left. And I was like, "Well, score 1 for Supra."
Yeah, so he never started checks DM, so don't DM him. But DM us and tell us how stupid you are. We are. So go on Discord, say you guys are stupid. You guys don't know what you're talking about. Panic Button are the best porting company, and I'll say okay. That's your opinion.
And then I will block you forever.
I won't. I mean, I don't. Well, I mean, we're not going to block you. I mean, but
I'm not biased.
No,
I'm not biased anything.
You can say your opinion.
I was trying to make a quick joke.
No, you good. You make a quick joke.
I just did.
Yeah, I know.
You can argue with me for ends of time. You can argue with me about anything. Just come on.
Yeah, I mean, come on. You can tell how stupid we are about saying Panic Button are a good porting company. I've been told that a few times. Like, oh, you should be glad they can do this and that and that. I'm like, I mean, I believe this is the best they could do. They just shouldn't have done it. I mean, the best you could do was garbage. Then don't waste your time porting. That's always my thing. I mean, I don't know. People can get mad at me. Like I said, just DM us. DM us and tell us how stupid we are. We'll read it. I promise.
Yeah,
we'll reply.
Epic. Yeah. I just now realized something.
We're gonna just DM us some ratchet mess.
When we was arguing back and forth, he was like, "People buy shit in the box." You know what? I think people would actually buy shit in the box.
I could put crap in a jar and I could have people buy it. I mean, people are gonna anything.
People would literally buy shit in the box. I'm not lying to you.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's not gonna be a whole lot. People buying it. I mean, someone's gonna buy something. Yeah. I was born every day, so I mean, someone's.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I gotta talk to you about that because somebody was selling air and somebody actually bought air.
Yeah, someone bought air, so I don't doubt someone will buy crap in a box. I mean, or in a jar or something. I mean, just that's disgusting. But whatever. I mean, like I said, you guys can just you beautiful viewers can tell us how stupid we are. I mean, it's all good. We love you. We'll read and
we'll just really ratchet mess. Just no good or lowlies.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know about that one, but but I don't know. It's like I said. At the end of the day, we're just people on the internet voicing our opinions about it, so whatever.
Yeah. You can also help us with any articles we may or miss.
So PlayStation Plus deals of the week are in.
Skip.
Let's see it.
Skip. I mean, but listen, man, they got some good games, man.
Let me hear them.
They don't got no good games. I'm not gonna lie, but I mean, they have something.
Like, I'm sorry, there's nothing beating Metal Gear Solid, like pretty much the Phantom, the new one.
The Phantom Pain.
Yeah. And I think they already gave away the Phantom Pain for the PS, like when it was like, I think early on, I think, if they did it or not. I'm not too sure.
No idea.
Like, I haven't done my research for today. I'm just spouting out nonsense today, but I think
they may already have. I think I downloaded that one.
Anyways, yeah. PlayStation Plus games hasn't been good today.
Yeah, so Paris Game Week is coming up in I think October, and they're said to be gonna be some more what's that game called? Days Gone gameplay there. They're said to be gonna be some PlayStation gonna be having some stuff. They're gonna have a whole thing dedicated to indie games, so that's pretty cool. I mean, I like indie games. I don't know about y'all, but I like it.
They're all right.
Epic, you want to play another zombie game?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, they've already done the Phantom Pain. They've already done the
Stop
Phantom
watching
Pain.
Angry Joe. You watch too much Angry Joe.
I already have.
By the way,
yeah,
I need to go see Angry Joe stuff sometimes. Like,
it is so funny.
Yeah.
Said to be having a really good Paris Games Week because that's where they're based. I don't know what the game's gonna be announced, but like I said, it's just speculation. It comes October, so hey,
it'll be so cool if we get if we could get Angry Joe on here or we could get on his show. It'd be so cool.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
Bro, that guy is so busy. I honestly doubt he'll ever have time for something like this.
I know.
Yeah, especially one that's not gonna do him any favors.
He's making his own board game, isn't he?
Yep.
Yeah. Did it? It didn't come out yet, did it?
Nope. And you have to back it. You have to back it on Patreon because they blew that goal away.
Why?
In one day, that small goal, I think was 400,000, was smashed within like a day.
For what?
For his board game.
Is it because it's Street Fighter?
Yeah, that might be the case. I don't know, but it might be because we're fans of him. It might be because it's Street Fighter. I don't know, but I'm gonna tell you one thing: go buy that Dragon Ball Z one.
Now, I'm gonna have full disclosure for you for the viewers. The next few weeks are gonna be light on gaming news. We're gonna be doing more somewhat debates like DC and I did, and talk about topics in more in depth. Simply because there's not as much gaming news out because E3 just passed, and after the they kind of blew their load in E3. Pause.
Yeah, maybe pretty dry.
So the news is gonna be kind of dry. So if y'all like, hey, y'all only talking about like 6 topics. Well, yeah, there's only about 6 topics out. Like, let's be honest.
Like, there's not a lot of topics, and like just felt like started a debate. It just pad up. It helps entertain y'all. Whatever helps entertain y'all, that's what we're trying to do.
Yeah, we still give y'all entertaining content. That's all we want to do here at Night's Podcast. So as long as y'all entertain, that's good. Remember
that I am kind of. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to say I am kind of pissed off at one thing. Google Hangouts has been treating us like shit. Whoever made Google Hangouts, please fix your platform. For God's sake,
fix Hangouts. Gosh, man.
Like, yeah, please.
I think it's some old fat guy in his basement. Like, yeah,
tired of being
I'll fix it later. I'll fix it later.
And the labyrinth assumptions.
You can buy YouTube, but you can't fix a little platform like
they should not. They should not have bought YouTube. YouTube is crap now, kind of.
Yeah.
Well, they bought a share.
Hey, you can't say that on YouTube because they're gonna try to
YouTube horribly.
You think we're crap? We're gonna mess you up even more.
Go ahead. You're already flooding my videos with useless commercials and stuff I don't need.
Run a CEO.
You're pushing YouTube red in my face. You're pushing YouTube red in my face. Is what you're doing.
I would get mad, but Google knows my browser history, and I'm scared he'll leak it online. So
exactly.
Yeah,
they know you've been watching Heaven's Lost Property, but
yes, I have. So
they found you watching Boku no Pico.
Suka, why?
He knows I've been watching Keijo instead.
You said Keijo, bro. Oh my god.
Oh
yeah.
Yo, y'all watching Keijo?
No, I am not watching that. I am not watching that.
Yeah, man. So I said, man, Google can't be leaking that. But
we'll use your platform next time, Google. We'll make sure we'll give you as much credit as possible.
Platform D nut.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, Planters Peanuts. So if that's all we gotta say, let's get into these outros.
Yeah.
Suko.
No, I want to go last. I need to come. I need to think of something.
Okay, DC.
SuperStarDC here, and remember, it's up to what you think. It's up to you think if you would buy a high-end console over your low-end console. Remember, it's up to you. You do your research. It's your bank account, and nobody telling you how to spend it.
Yes, you are.
No, it's their bank account.
Nah, you're a grown man or woman. You spend the money you see fit.
But we do not. But we do not condone little kids taking their mother's credit card or father's credit card and spending money.
But they'll do it anyway.
Remember,
we don't condone that though. We don't condone it. We gotta make that clear because I don't want to say, "What a nice podcast!" SuperStarDC and Epic Steve told me to do it. No, we didn't.
I'd be like, "Excuse me, I ain't tell your brat to do nothing."
Call him a brat.
I told your kid to do nothing.
Oh my gosh.
So sorry, DC. I interrupt your outro. What do you want to say? Everything?
No. That's pretty much it. SuperStarDC. I tried to check my new channel at SuperStarDC Plus. I thought I had it all set up, but somehow the YouTube policies is not even picking up my new channel. So I might have to release
your video for Sora so I can upload that.
I will. I just need, I will tonight. Just send me your thing.
Yeah, by tonight, or I'm gonna have to make it myself and upload that on the 26th.
Just just send me your Yahoo account. I'm just gonna give you everything I got.
Okay. Menos.
This is Master Meno, whatever. Next time, be seeing ya. Also, be very careful buying stuff pre-owned. It may be a bit wonky.
Wise man.
And remember, kids, we want to get sponsored. So help us to reach us out to Nintendo, Microsoft, Sony. We will defend any console and we will not be sellouts. We will not be sellouts. Remember that. But Konami, we're not doing Konami. Like that's the only one.
No, man. Hashtag F Konami. No, man, we see that so much. I don't think they want to sponsor us.
Have to do this all house of Konami. Let's all.
No, man. Konami wants to sponsor us just so they could trust the janitors. But how dare you talk bad?
Hey, Konami. Guess what? I'm dating your daughter.
Why?
I wouldn't date that.
Wait, that was dating their daughter.
I wouldn't date that.
No, that's too much baggage with it. Suko.
Wait, what time is it?
Right. Nah, we weren't getting reference of benefits.
Have a good day, everyone, and remember, you're pretty good.
That was the creepiest outro I've heard in a little while now.
Metal Gear reference.
I agree.
If you don't understand this Metal Gear reference,
no, I understood the Metal Gear reference, but not everyone plays Metal Gear like I do. So it just came across as a grown man saying, "I hope you're having a good one." Like it just doesn't. I'm sorry, it just doesn't.
I'm 18 years old.
No, you're not. But we're good.
Shut up.
Everyone, what was I saying? Okay.
I can be whatever I want to be.
Boss. You all have a good one. Peace.
Later.
See ya.